fireworks at 5 nights.
Coleman Field, Game 1 between Bellingham me today on the pregame show. Ryan, it was good to watch you again. Time I saw you, the last time I saw you guys back to go to Omaha. Before we get to how you're feeling about last night and what's next for you, how are you dealing with the lingering? Is there still some times where you kind of, oh my gosh, we were this close? How do you deal with that?
It's not easy to deal with, and I guess trying to cope with it. I've watched every single College World Series game there is, and man, it was like watching it just reminds me every time we're so close. And I think that's what fuels me every day. You know what I mean? Like just being so close and having it ripped away.
Yeah, we'll get on to what's next. I guess I wonder, is any part of you, when you say it's difficult to kind of deal with, do you have some sense of looking back over the long season? Do you still feel like, hey, you guys did a lot of good things? Can you appreciate that?
Yeah, I think to myself, every time somebody asks or tells me, like you guys were so close, and I was like, I'm very grateful for this experience. To even host a Super Regional is insane, you know what I mean? And to be able to be the guy that they call out of the pen, when the game is that close, means a lot to me. And we did amazing things during the entire season. So it's good to look back on.
Ryan Brown, my guest. Ryan, the other thing I noticed too is as soon as you and Ian, and when the Knights came back from the road trip, you weren't waiting around. A lot of teams, guys, will shut it down for a while, but it looked like you were eager to get back. Is that true?
Yeah, I love playing the game, so I don't really like to take a lot of time off. So as soon as they came back, I was ready to go.
And you, where your mind is with your future, the draft coming up, that's an option for you. But what are you sensing you're going to be doing, and where does starting pitching how that might fit in?
I think things with the draft, I'm not really sure what's going on. I've had a few questionnaires here and there, but nothing. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard for me as a closer to watch, our team and watch them the games, that are close. So I think I want to come back, and I want to be a starter and contribute a lot to our team, and really put my best foot forward for us.
And in that respect, then, is there a plan? Was last night sort of how the summer might look for you? 3-4 innings, or you ramp that up a little bit and try to be able to go longer?
I think just for this summer, since I threw a lot during the spring, I think that I'll stay toward that 3-4 inning range. And just kind of get used to getting up and getting down and getting up for the second inning, getting down, getting up for the third inning, stuff like that.
Okay. And how did you feel about last night?
I loved it, man. I like being able to really prepare for that one day and just give it my all for that one day and know that, I'm out there giving my everything.
And Ryan, you're in an organization here. I don't know, it's hard to compare, I would imagine, the spring season to summer ball. But I do think you're in an organization where winning's important, where development's important. Do you sense some similarities between being a Beaver and now being a Corvallis Knight?
Yeah, I think a lot of similarities have to do with their common goals, and their core pillars. And I think that, we like to have fun here, but it's not summer ball here. You know what I mean? This is their go time, and I'm not going to walk in here and act like it's a summer ball and I can just mess around. And I'm here to win. Yeah. And I'm glad that they like that as well.
No, it's great. It's been great to see over the years. Final thing, Ian Lawson gets the ball tonight. We all know there's a lot of openings for Beaver baseball in a variety of roles in 2023. What's your sense about what the summer can mean for Ian and a guy he can be next year?
I live with Ian, and we talk about it all the time, where he could really be a key goal to our bullpen and even start if he can figure it out. He did really well in high school, obviously, and I think once he gets into this summer and gets a little bit more mature and gets some innings under his belt, he can come back and be a really big part of our bullpen next year.
Some of the thoughts of Ryan Brown just ahead of our first pitch about Ian Lawson to close. Ian begins to loosen up. We'll be back after a 90-second break for tonight's first pitch. The Knights in Bellingham opening a 3-game series coming up on 1240 Joe Radio.
At Thai Express, they've learned that when you treat your taste buds right, great things happen.
Thank you.
Experience
Okay, so
traditional Thai
90,
recipes
and
with
we'll
a
go.
sprinkle of new world creativity like pad thai, a curry, fried chicken dumplings, or one of their delicious soups, all customized to your taste. Thai Express is in Corvallis on 9th Street behind Little Caesars. They're open for dine-in or visit their drive-thru. Don't be shy. Give them a Thai. Thai Express, locally and veteran-owned. It's same, but different.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius Expert and
Bellefontaine.
Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
1240 Joe Radio.
Ian Lawson to work. The first pitch missing. Now the 1-0 pitch is driven to deep left center field. Going back on the ball, though, is Knight center fielder Logan Johnstone to haul it in. Well struck with breezes blowing out towards left center field. Elijah Hainline with a long fly out to center field to open the game and the series. Hainline, a good ball player, and having a tremendous summer with the Bellingham Bells, the leaders in the West Coast League North. Stepping in is Josh Trujillo, the left-hand hitting left fielder. Josh takes high, ball one from Ian Lawson out of Century High in Hillsborough. The 1-0 change, swung out and missed. Lawson evens the count to Trujillo, 1 ball and 1 strike. Stop. Josh Trujillo batting second in left field. Lawson's 1-1 pitch missing for ball 2. Cole Hage batting third in right field. Jack Van Remortel, the designated hitter, in the cleanup spot. Gavin Schultz batting fifth at second. Christopher Campos hitting sixth at third base. Lawson delivers and misses a bit, not by much, and the count goes to 3-1. Willis Cresswell hitting seventh and catching for the Bells. Jace Phelan batting eighth at first base, and Daniel Jernin, pardon me. I'm going to have to double check on that. The 3-1 pitch missing for ball 4. I think it is Jur, and I will make sure before Daniel comes to the plate. But Jernin in center field batting ninth. A 1-out walk to Josh Trujillo, and Cole Hage will come to the plate. The Bellingham Bells, coached by Adam Gieslin. He's down in the third base coaching box going through the signs. Trujillo drawing the 1-out walk, gets his lead. Will be held on by Kiko Romero, who has promised returns. He wasn't quite MacArthur-esque the other night, and he didn't declare that I shall return. He just said, I expect to return to the lineup. A bit more prosaic than the speech by the great general. But he has returned, has Kiko. Holding on, Josh Trujillo. A 1-out walk, breezes picking up. The strike one pitch, Cole Hage swings and misses, and the count 0-2. Trujillo drawing the walk. He's at first base. Bellingham comes in, the hottest club in this West Coast League. They've won 9 straight, 3 consecutive sweeps, 13-4 overall. So it's a battle of the best in the West Coast League here in this beautiful June evening in Corvallis. Lawson turns and throws to first, and Trujillo back to the bag. Josh at 267. No homers and 3 runs batted in, 1 for 1 in stolen bases. 0-2 the count to Cole Hage. Hage through 7 games is 11 for 22, so he's swinging it extremely well. 2 homers and 5 runs batted in. Cole takes high. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Cole Hage, the right fielder, getting the start tonight in the 3-hole out of Columbia University. And from Fargo, North Dakota, and playing for Columbia, and did a great job for Columbia as their leadoff hitter this past season. The 1-2 pitch down and away, and it was a tremendous year for Columbia. In fact, Cole was part of a team that took out Gonzaga in the Blacksburg Regional in Game 1 and put a team that had a good look at advancing through that, Gonzaga, up against it, and eventually the Zags were eliminated. But Cole Hage had a big year, hit .335, and also was hit by pitches 18 times. He hits a pop foul off first. Kiko Romero drifts over and has room with the wind pushing the ball and keeping it in play. And Romero squeezes it for out number 2. For the defensively, first, Eli Kennel second, Spencer Scott at short, Mason Lee at third, with Titus Dimitru in left, Logan Johnstone in center, Brady Lavoie in right. Van Remortel, the designated hitter, steps in. And big Ian Lawson getting his first appearance with the Corvallis Knights as a starter. Back-to-back Oregon State pitchers starting. Ryan Brown last night. Now Ian Lawson getting the opportunity tonight. Ian throws to first. And again, Trujillo, who drew a one-out walk, dives back. Lawson 6'7", 240. Century High School in Hillsboro. The big right-hander comes set and works on the right-hand hitting Jack Van Remortel and misses inside to Jack. 1 ball and no strikes. Things I know not. In California, they say, and we say, oh, beautiful Carmel, California. But Craig Robinson went to a school in Chicago called Mount Carmel. In Indiana, so I'm going to go with Carmel for now. The breaking ball from Lawson, a good pitch in there for a strike to Jack Van Remortel, and Jack played at Michigan during the spring. And a great athletic family Jack Van Remortel comes from. His dad played rugby at the University of Wisconsin lacrosse. His mom in the Big Ten, volleyball at Purdue. Van Remortel started 29 games for the Wolverines this past spring. Takes another breaking ball from Lawson for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. No score, top of the first inning. Just getting started. It's the first of a 3-game series. Game 2 tomorrow night at 6:35. The finale Sunday, 1 o'clock, with a high expected of 93 degrees. So with the Boy Scouts and Tom Lehrer, be prepared. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ian Lawson comes set. Trujillo at first, held on by Romero. Ian to the plate. Breaking ball rolled slowly foul. 1-2 the count. Bright, clear, sunny evening here in the Mid-Valley. Gorgeous night for baseball. Tough left field for Titus Dimitru for the Knights, and then Josh Trujillo, the runner now at first, will deal with it when he takes the field. Bright sun for the left fielders to deal with. 330 down both lines here at Goss, 365 to the alleys, 400 feet to straightaway center. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ian Lawson comes set. The 6'7" righty to the plate. Fastball very high. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Ian appeared in 14 games for the Beavers this past spring. He went 3-0 with an earned run average of 6.41. He had 19 strikeouts in his 19 2/3 innings. And as Ryan Brown talked about in our pregame conversation a bit ago, Ian looking to carve out a bigger role next year with the Beavs. His breaking ball misses inside, and the count goes full to Jack Van Remortel, 3-2. Well, that means that Josh Trujillo will take off on the pitch. Kiko Romero will no longer hold the runner. And Ian Lawson, who has walked 1, trying to avoid that. Gavin Schultz on deck, a 3-2 pitch coming with 2 down. Trujillo goes. Breaking ball fouled at the plate. Good job by Van Remortel to keep the at-bat alive. Gavin Schultz indeed on deck. The Bellingham Bells, red hot, defeated Port Angeles last night 7-3 to wrap up their third consecutive three-game sweep. So a big showdown here early in the 2022 West Coast League season between the league leaders, 13-4 Bellingham, 11-1 Corvallis. There goes Trujillo, and the 3-2 pitch is ball four. For the Knights, an inordinate number of walks the last couple of evenings, and Ian Lawson, unfortunately following in that same vein, has issued 2 free passes here in the first. Gavin Schultz will come to the plate. Gavin Schultz, a long way from home, plays his college baseball at Tulane. Schultz hit .255 and a couple of homers this year at Tulane. Steps in now and takes a fastball high from Ian Lawson. Ball 1-0. No score in the top of the first inning, but 2 free passes has Brooke Knight and the Knights a little bit nervous perhaps early. Schultz at .270 with the Bells. A homer and 9 runs batted in. The 1-0 pitch, very high. Ball 2-0. Christopher Campos on deck. So the right-hand hitting Gavin Schultz in a good position here now. Plays at Tulane and is a hometown kid from the Big Easy. 2 balls and no strikes. Lawson trying to find the zone and get out of the inning unscathed. Comes 2-0 and misses badly. Very high. 3-0 the count. So he's a pitch away from loading the bases via walks, and if he does that, he's a pitch away from probably receiving a visit from pitching coach Bo Kearns. On this beautiful summer night, Ian Lawson struggling a bit with his control, throws a 3-0 pitch down the middle for a strike, and the count 3-1 to Gavin Schultz. Of all the notes I've taken over the years on ball players, favorite movies, favorite books, favorite athletes, favorite singer, band, etc., I've never written this down before. Gavin Schultz, his hobby, making quilts. The 3-1 pitch to the quilt maker is high and inside to load him up. 3 walks in the inning, bases loaded and 2 down. That's the good news. There are 2 away. So much as Caden Siegel last night, when he came out of the bullpen in his first inning of work, walked the bases loaded, but had 2 outs in the inning and was finally able to get the 3rd out without allowing a run to score in his first inning of work. Lawson in a similar spot now as Christopher Campos steps in. Campos, a right-hand hitting third baseman, at the plate with the bases loaded, trying to give Bellingham the early jump on the Knights in this showdown of division leaders. Lawson delivers a fastball strike. Campos appeared to be taking all the way. 2, no homers and 2 runs batted in. Way through it, delivers down and away, backhanded by Tyler Quinn. The count even up, 1 ball and 1 strike. With a great opportunity here to give the jump to the visiting Bellingham Bells in here for the first of 3. Is a pitch away, and I can hear Coach Young Jin Yoon, his voice rising above. Through the years have benefited so greatly from mental and physical stuff. So we'll see if with that kind of encouragement and belief, Ian can get through this here. Now, Dixon Recreation Center to our right. The Bells trying to in the night. Hey, but and ahead here. 2 with 2. Right-hander again ready. Comes in Bader, who lives in our house and is from Kuwait, attended his first baseball game the other day. Right to him. Now the net captured it, but Bader was ready to make a play. Those athletic and me and all of us. Today for Spencer Scott. He juggled it, tried to pick it up, and failed to get a clean hand. Scott allowing Trujillo to score. Bellingham leads it 1-0. Lawson had made his out pitch for a visit with Ian Lawson. And while that's an error on Scott and the run is unearned and anything else that would score now on Lawson, on the fielders, on everybody increased, certainly magnified by Lawson is at 6-7. I'm not sure where Bo checks in at, but he's looking bases loaded and 2 down, a run in, unearned. So not the best run. Ian to minimize damage as he faces Willis Cresswell. Now the first pitch is a strike, and the count 0-1 to the right-hand hitting catcher. That's Gavin Schultz at second, his hobby making quilts. Christopher Campos aboard at first center field, and the fellows I was just mentioning, they're on their way to score. Van Remortel scores, Gavin Schultz scores. Taking a turn and holding at third is Christopher Campos of Bellingham. The only consolation, and it's a small one, for Ian Lawson is these runs are unearned. It has come intent on staying hot. They take advantage of the free passes and an error. They have 3 runs on the board. A long single for Willis Cresswell. And now the pitch to Phelan, ripped on one hop, snagged by Kiko Romero. But coming up.
You knock 'em down. Island boy.
Ocean Campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Help wraps, salads and sandwiches, and breakfast is served until 2. The food at Denver Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouthwash, open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the Ocean Campus.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals, and we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-7.
Bottom of the first inning. A rough start to the game and series for the Corvallis at the bottom of the first inning. Logan Johnstone, Spencer Scott, and Kiko Romero coming up against Bellingham Bell's right-hander Clayton Hall. Strikeouts, he got the win in his only other outing with the Bells. He delivers a fastball to Logan Johnstone, low and inside, ball 1. 5 runs batted in. The left-handed hitter from Gonzaga awaits and swings and drives it to the gap in left center field. It'll get down for a long single to left center field to open the Knights. Bottom of the first inning. Spencer Scott will come to the plate. Stop. Kiko Romero back in the lineup, hitting third at first base. Eli Kennel in a more comfortable position for him tonight. Clint the Darby hitting sixth, the DH. Out of the stretch works Hall, and the first pitch misses high to the right-hand hitting Titus Dimitru hitting 8th in left. Tyler Quinn batting 9th and catching. 3-0 Bellingham. Bottom 1-0 pitch to Scott is in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. For the Bells defensively, Clayton Hall and Willis Cresswell. Line at short. Christopher Campos at third. The 1-1 pitch on the way from Clayton misses high, ball 2. In the outfield, and Cole Hage in right. 2-1 to Spencer Scott. The pitch on the way, down in the turf. Nice snag by Willis Cresswell. The count goes to 3-1. Scott at .333 with 9 runs batted in. Eli Kennel, 10 RBIs now for Titus Dimitru, overtook him last night. Dimitru with 10, Scott with 9, Eli Kennel with 8. The 3-1 pitch on the way. Spencer hits it slowly up along third. The play to first is in time by Christopher Campos. Very nicely done by Campos. And Spencer Scott not able to leg out the slow roller to third. One away. Logan Johnstone into second, and Kiko Romero to the plate. Kiko, as promised, has a different walk-up song by request of his brother. And I'm glad his brother's in town, but when brother leaves, I think Kiko will go back to his beautiful walk-up song from the film Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Fastball to Kiko Romero is in there for a strike. 0-1 to Kiko, 3-0 Bellingham, bottom of the first inning. Romero at .250, a homer, and 5 runs batted in. University of Arizona bound after winning a JUCO national championship this past spring at Central Arizona. He swings and rolls one slowly Coach Naggs' way. Ed Naggs, the associate head coach for the Knights at first base. Brooke Knight, well, I guess he's feeling that breeze early. He's got a dark hoodie on. And it's 80-something degrees. I almost feel like you're going to lose the good of it later by having it on now. But, you know, it's his call. I can't take care of him. The strike 2 pitch to Kiko rolled foul at the plate, and it remains 0-2. Now, I was in a panic earlier because I got up here all ready to get to work here outside the McGrath family press box and looked around for my Corvallis Knights hoodie, and it was nowhere to be seen. And I was worried for a moment we might have thieves among us, but oh no, I left it in the car. The strike 2 pitch to Romero. Good fastball. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 down. Nice pitch by Clayton Hall. And Eli Kennel will be the batter. So just before airtime, I scrambled back out beyond the left field fence and got into the car and found that I had indeed left the hoodie in there. So I understand Brooke Knight having one, but I'm surprised that it's on this early. 2 down, and Eli Kennel steps in. 3-0 Bellingham in the bottom of the first inning. Clayton Hall kicks, delivers, and Eli chases the first pitch. It was out of the zone. He went after it, not with full conviction. He rarely gets cheated. Eli Kennel, sweet swing, powerful swinger, a lively bat. That time wasn't sure, and the swing showed it. The team leader at .375, a home run and 8 RBIs. He drives this one to left. Trujillo fighting the sun, ranging to his left, makes the catch. Good play by Josh. The inning is over. So Bellingham has come in and set a nice tone for itself in this big 3-game series between the division leaders. They score 3 in the top of the first inning, and the Knights are held scoreless in the bottom half. After 1, the Bells 3, Corvallis nothing. On 1240 Joe Radio.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a veteran living in Lynn County? Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned. Lynn County Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
This is Mike Parker for Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing the job right the first time. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the Flow. Even Flow Plumbing.
1240 Joe Radio.
3-0 Bellingham as we go to the top of the second. First pitch is swung on and fouled back by Daniel Jernan. The 0-1 pitch to Daniel ruled foul. Jernan had a 2-run home run last night against Port Angeles. This is a club on a roll. 9 straight wins and up 3-0 tonight. Jernan's second homer of the summer. 208, 2 homers, 7 runs batted in for the starting center fielder. The strike 2 pitch from Ian Lawson misses. 1-2 the count. Ian battled himself last inning. He walked 3, was still going to get out of it through it all. The ground ball to short mishandled, and instead of the third out, a run scored on that play and 2 more runs on an ensuing single. Lawson's 1-2 pitch misses down and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Daniel Jernan then back to the top of the order. Elijah Hainline, followed by Josh Trujillo. Breaking ball punched foul into the lower grandstand. Nice two-handed grab by a fan down there just below the Jack Riley concourse. Jernan has made a long journey to USC Upstate. He's from Surrey, British Columbia, played at Lower Columbia College in Longview, and is now en route to USC Upstate. Congratulations to him. He lifts a high fly ball to right field. The ball carrying on Brady Lavoie, who goes back, stays with it to backhand it for the out. One away, but an instructive fly ball indeed. As we can see, the wind is pushing the baseball towards right field. We can feel the breeze blowing through here adjacent to the McGrath family press box. It's a pleasant breeze at the moment. 82 degrees at the moment. But before game's end, that hoodie, which I retrieved minutes before the broadcast, I'll be grateful that I did. Elijah Hainline rolls 1 foul. No balls and a strike to Elijah. The starting shortstop for this outstanding Bellingham Bells club. Hainline with 14 stolen bases on the season. Swings and pops one up. The Knights want to keep him off. Second baseman Eli Kennel calls and makes the catch. 2 down. As I said, Eli is more in his comfort zone now. Still trying to learn the ropes out in right field. There were a couple of plays last night where communication seemed to break down a little bit. But at second base, and that appears to be a position that he will likely, when he plays in the field, he could DH a lot. I'm just trying to look ahead, but his bat will need to be in the lineup for the Beavers next spring. He'll be in it, but if he is in the field, this looks like the base that he would be most comfortable in. Josh Trujillo takes low and in, ball 1, 1-0. 2 down, nobody on. Top of the second inning, 3-0 Bellingham. Trujillo swings and hits 1 foul to the left and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. 2 outs and nobody on. Ian, trying to have a much different kind of inning than last, throws a 1-hopper in and out of the mid of his battery mate Tyler Quinn. The count goes to 2-1. 6:35 again tomorrow night. Sunday afternoon. Be brave and join us. 1 o'clock, expected to be in the mid-90s as the day goes along. Lawson's fastball misses. Ball 3, 3-1. Trujillo did a nice job to open the door last inning, getting on base. He, too, making a long journey for his collegiate baseball from Spanaway, Washington, Tacoma Community College, and now playing for Old Dominion in Norfolk, Virginia. The 3-1 pitch, a strike to Josh. Now the 3-2 fastball is swung on and missed, strike 3. After issuing 3 walks and allowing 3 runs that turned out to be unearned last inning, Ian retires the side in order and gets a strikeout to end the second. After 1.5, Bellingham 3, the Knights nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
I was there in the living room reading a book when I heard a terrible sound.
When are you going to start planting those trees and getting the backyard ready for our daughter's wedding?
I'll do it, but not today.
I know you don't want me to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. I know the guys at Bellingham Rental, they'll show me what to do. And since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today.
Darn you, Bellingham Rental.
Bellingham Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business. Check out Bellingham Rental.
The other night. Hey, Bader, this is Paul.
Now's the time to get a great deal on proven Kubota farming equipment. Tractors that are adaptable and versatile, hay tools that are backed by a 2-year warranty, and durable sidekick utility vehicles and SSV skid steers. The Kubota agricultural lineup is built right, built ready. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months. Now through June 30th, visit KubotaUSA.com for full details.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent.
Take me out to the Independent Auto Works. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts or Cracker Jacks. Once I'm there, always wanna come back. Let me root for the home team. They always win, it's not a shame. The Volkswagen repair parts are just plain advice. Make Independent Auto Works part of your game.
Independent Auto Works, a proud sponsor of Knights, Mariners, and Beaver Baseball.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the second inning, 3-0 Bellingham. Right-hander Clayton Hall goes to work on Mason Lee, and the breaking ball to the Knights' third baseman misses low for ball one. Mason at 275, 6 runs batted in. The 1-0 pitch from Clayton, a strike, 1-1 the count. Clayton Hall getting the start in just his second appearance out of Merced, California, and competing for Andrew Checketts at UCSB. Breaking ball, a check swing, no swing. A bit of a break, I think, for Mason Lee. And the count 2-1. Mason Lee, Xander Darby, and Brady Lavoie. 8 appearances for the Gauchos this past spring, 9 2/3 innings. So an important summer of development for Clayton Hall as he seeks to increase his role, magnify his office next year at UCSB. The pitch to Lee, stroke to center field, base hit. Good swing for Mason for the second straight inning. The Knights getting their leadoff man aboard with a base hit. Mason Lee, 4 for 5 in stolen bases. And certainly if he looks to get a shot to go, you've got the top 2 teams in the league in terms of base running here. 35 steals for the Knights, 37 for Bellingham. Mason Lee, a leadoff single. He'll be held on by Jace Phelan. Xander Darby, the designated hitter, steps in. First pitch breaking ball from Clayton Hall, misses, ball one. Again, in the writing down of things, unusual stuff. The quilt maker, Gavin Schultz. The 1-0 pitch, a strike, and the count 1-1. With Clayton Hall, right-hander out of Merced, his favorite singers, I've heard of one, but he lists Johnny Cash and a guy named Mac Miller. The 1-1 pitch hit foul to the left and out of play. 1-2 the count. Now, it's cowbell night here at the ballpark, presented by Cricket Country 99.9 KRKT. Scott Schuler is here, and I may have to ask Scott about Mac Miller. Is he a contemporary country music singer? The 1-2 pitch on the way, taken in the turf, a throw back to first, and Mason Lee is thrown out by Willis Cresswell. Mason read ball in the turf and I think was considering going, and then somewhat unwisely chose to put on the brakes to come back to first base. And he was too far out. He either needed to be all in and run and try to make it to second. He had no shot getting back to first. And he is thrown out by Willis Cresswell. Now the 2-2 pitch to Xander Darby just misses to run the count full to 3-2. And the upshot, of course, down 3 runs. The chance taking has got to be much more limited. And so Lee, a base running mistake, and now the 3-2 pitch to Darby is swung on and missed. 2 down, and Brady Lavoie will come to the plate. Brady, the right-hand hitting right fielder, will try to get something going with 2 down. The Knights have began each of the last 2 innings with base hits. But now with Lee picked off, there's no one on base for Lavoie with 2 down on this warm night. Lavoie takes high, ball 1, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch rolled slowly foul Brook Knight's way. That'll even the count at 1-1. Brady standing in at 292 with no homers and 2 runs batted in. I will make inquiries between innings. I see Big Scott Schuler over to the right. He and Cricket Country doing such a great job over the years, and they've handed out the cowbells that will be, I think, used at strategic times tonight to try to help to rally the guys up. I hear them ringing here and there, but we'll need more cowbell later. The 1-1 pitch, a ground ball wide at first, speared by Phelan, overhands to Clayton Hall covering, and Hall drops the ball, and Lavoie is aboard. Phelan didn't really lead Hall to the bag. Clayton had to reach back for it, and that will go as an error, and I'm not sure if it's going to be on Phelan or on Hall, but either way, Lavoie should have been out. And I'll check with Brooks Hatch between innings. Right now, I'm going to mark it down as an E1. It was not the best of throws by Phelan, but it probably should have been caught by Hall. And now the RBI leader for the Knights, Titus Dimitru, steps in. Titus at 216, but he has 10 RBIs. He takes a fastball from Clayton Hall for a strike. 0-1 the count. And with a name like Clayton Hall, and apparently an aficionado of country music, perhaps should be a fan of Tom T. and Clayton Delaney, one of the great tunes of the 70s. Clayton to the plate and misses in the turf. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Tom T. Hall, one of the great songwriters in the history of the genre. And perhaps the year that Clayton Delaney died, his magnum opus. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Slider in there for a strike. Good pitch from Clayton, and the count 1-2. Yeah, and watermelon, yet old dogs and children and watermelon wine. Paul Blackburn favors that. He's listening. 100 Children, Shoeshine Man, Homecoming, Trip to Haydn. Brilliant songwriter. The storyteller, the late, great Tom T. Hall. Clayton Hall delivers, and the pitch to Dimitru. Whacked down the right field line in the corner. Chased down by Cole Haid. Brook Knight is waving Brady Lavoie. Lavoie will score. Into third base goes Dimitru with a triple. The Knights are on the board. It's now Bellingham 3 and Corvallis 1. Titus Dimitru has not had a robust year in terms of batting average. As I mentioned, hitting just .216 coming in. He gets his first triple of the year, but he adds to his club-leading RBI total with his 11th. A 2-out triple into the right field corner. The batter is Tyler Quinn, and the Knights trying to fight their way back in this one now, trailing 3-1. All the runs in this game unearned. Tyler Quinn takes a strike. 0-1 the count. Clayton Hall continues to work out of the stretch and comes back to the plate. Ground ball wide of first, fielded by Phelan, and Jace will do it himself. Takes it to the bag, and the inning is over. But the Knights take advantage of an error, as Bellingham did in a bigger way in the first. The Knights get an unearned run in the second on 2 hits, an error, and 1 left. After 2, Bellingham 3, the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
If you feel you're overpaying on your taxes and you're not as profitable as you should be, you're not alone. At Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, they can help, because that's what they do. They work with individuals and business owners to lower your taxes, increase your profit, and manage your cash flow. They provide bookkeeping and payroll services too. Give them a call at 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. and get in the game. Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, your hometown tax team. And go Beavs!
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
At Thai Express, they've learned that when you treat your taste buds right, great things happen. Come and experience traditional Thai recipes with a sprinkle of new world creativity, like pad Thai, a curry, fried chicken dumplings, or one of their delicious soups, all customized to your taste. Thai Express is in Corvallis on 9th Street, behind Little Caesars. They're open for dine-in or visit their drive-thru. Don't be shy. Give them a Thai. Thai Express, locally and veteran-owned. It's same, but different.
1240 Joe Radio.
The error, by the way, I'm getting all kinds of information here now. Walked over to ask. I've got to change it from E1 to E3. The error was given to Phelan on the throw to first. It did. Hall had to reach for it a little bit behind him. As I said, Phelan didn't lead him properly to the bag, but Clayton did have leather on it, dropped it, but the error was charged to Jace Phelan, leading to the Knights' unearned run. And I made inquiries about one Mac Miller. He ain't country. That's about all I learned. He's not in the Johnny Cash genre. Ian Lawson, a ground ball to short. Spencer Scott up with it. Throws out a hustling Cole Hage. One away. Hage had fouled out in his first at-bat. Good to see Cole getting down the line in a hurry. The leading hitter for Columbia this past spring at .335. 6 homers, 37 runs batted in. 0 for 2 tonight. And that'll bring to the plate Jack Van Remortel, the designated hitter, who walked in the first inning. Ian Lawson was in big trouble in the first. Walked 3. All 3 walks ended up scoring. But he's now retired 5 straight. The right-hander comes to Van Remortel and starts him with a strike. 0-1 the count. 3-1 Bellingham, top of the third inning. Mac Miller, I'm told by a group of ball players over here, they've come as a team. I'm not quite sure who they are. I've got to find that out at some point between innings. But I yelled out to Scott Schuler, Scotty, do you know Mac Miller? And he threw his hands in the air. No, never heard of him. So I thought, well, we're not in the country genre then. And these fellas right here said that he's a rap artist. The strike one pitch is swung on and missed, and the count 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the third inning, 3-1. The Corvallis Knights in front. The pitch on the way, it misses down and away. The Knights have made a pitching change. It's Duke Brotherton. Thank you, Paul. Duke Brotherton, again, without a full knowledge of what goes on indoors in the press box. He was a big right-hander, and I see that it is a new pitcher in. It's Duke Brotherton who's gotten the strike 2 count and now delivers a fastball taken, strike 3 called to Van Remortel, 2 down. Ian Lawson, a 2-inning outing, and now Duke Brotherton making his first appearance in this homestand. Also a big righty, 6'5", 215, Mercer Island out of Washington State. And a nice pitch by Brotherton to record the strikeout. Duke is a 4th-generation Coug. Made his college debut against the Beavers here last spring. And this past year, 6 appearances for Brian Green. Great baseball coach, tremendous guy, and doing a good job of that Coug program. Gavin Schultz swings at a 1-0 pitch and rolls it slowly foul up along third. 1 ball and 1 strike. Duke Brotherton taking over for the Knights in the top of the third inning with Bellingham in front by a score of 3-1. All 4 runs in this ball game unearned. Duke out of the sunlight into the shadows, delivers a breaking ball, taken for a strike. The count 1-2 to Gavin Schultz. Christopher Campos on deck. Duke Brotherton from Mercer Island High School. Greg Fuchs country. Duke rocks, kicks, and comes back 1-2, and the breaking ball hit foul. All of the ball players over here who shared their knowledge of Mac Miller with me were all up. They too showed good instincts, as did Bader earlier. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bader tells me he's going to go to the cinema tonight. And I'm not sure what movie he's going to see. I want to find out before he goes. But he's had plenty of baseball this week. His first ever games. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. The ball getting away from Tyler Quinn. He thought it had gone to the backstop. It was right at his feet. He picks it up and throws to first to record the strikeout. Nice job by Duke Brotherton in his first inning of work in this homestand. Brotherton retires the side in order. On the road, he went 7 innings, 5 hits with 10 strikeouts and got a victory with the Knights open in the season on the road impressively at 6-0. He strikes out 2 here in the third. We go to the bottom of the third. Bellingham 3, the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
If you're fed up with dirty grout lines, maybe it's time to consider cultured marble. Hi, I'm Katie Albin at Albin's Plumbing in Corvallis. Cultured marble is an affordable way to get the look of marble, and the best part is, no grout lines, affordable and easy to maintain. Come by our showroom on 9th Street in Corvallis and see the beautiful look of cultured marble.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282, Albin's Plumbing.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Do you ever experience headaches? Or how about back pain? Here at Horesco Chiropractic, we truly believe that everybody deserves to live a life without pain. Our doctors will get to the root of your condition and create a custom treatment plan to help you get back to living the best version of your life. Our patients often say how amazed they feel to live a life with less pain after they have experienced how effective chiropractic care is. Start on the journey of improved health by giving us a call today or visiting our website at horesco.com. Horesco Chiropractic in Corvallis. We really can make a world of difference for you.
1240 Joe Radio.
It is the North Coast Legion program playing in a tournament this weekend in Philomath. They played Newport earlier today. They're here as a team tonight. They were the ones who shared their knowledge of the great Mac Miller. I've heard of Mitch Miller. Now the 1-1 pitch is outside. Ball 2-1 to Christopher Campos. I used to sing along with Mitch. Christopher Campos, Willis Cresswell, part Clayton Hall, ball 3-1. Logan Johnstone single to center in the first. The Knights have had singles to open the first 2 innings. Johnstone with the count his way 3-1. Hall delivers, fastball outside. So for the third straight inning, the Knights have their leadoff man on. We'll see if they can get things rolling a little bit this time around. Spencer Scott, the batter. Spencer grounded to third in the first inning. A leadoff walk to Logan Johnstone. Brooke Knight looking like the wise man among us as he's beginning to pace in shadows in this 82-degree night. But it'll get cooler down there soon with the ballpark slowly, steadily, inexorably being engulfed in shadows. The first pitch to Spencer Scott, a strike, and the count 0-1. Logan Johnstone can run. And certainly the stolen base in play for the Knights here. Trailing 3-1 and a leadoff walk to Logan. Hall to the plate. Scott swings at the 0-1 pitch and fouls it back. 0-2 the count with Kiko Romero on deck. So the North Coos Legion team here tonight. That's a long way from home. Beautiful Coos Bay. They're up here playing in a tournament this weekend. The strike two fastball up and away. Ball 1, 1-2. Logan Johnstone drawing the leadoff walk, held on at first by Jace Phelan. He too from Washington State. The right-hander Clayton Hall with a count of 1-2 on Spencer Scott. Out of the sun, into the shadows. Breaking ball fouled at the plate. Scott does a nice job to get a piece of it and stay alive. Clayton's battery mate, Willis Cresswell. And I'm glad to see that his last name is spelled with 2 S's. You know, we have that little town down the road. Gonzaga folks know it well because that's where Mark Few hails from. Played his high school basketball there. Went to Cresswell High School, but it ought to be Creswell with only 1 S, but the kid back of the plate, Willis Cresswell with 2 S's. Scott punches one in the air. Second baseman Gavin Schultz makes the catch behind the bag at second. 1 away. Kiko Romero to the plate. Kiko struck out in the first inning. Now, Romero is looking to kind of get back into that wrecker's mode that he was in much of last year in helping the Knights win the 2021 West Coast League Championship. He has a home run in this homestand, a thing of beauty to right center. He takes a fastball high and away, ball 1, 1-0. 3-1 Bellingham, bottom of the third inning. The party decks are in use again tonight. The pitch to Romero hit foul to Waldo Way and out of play. 1-1 the count. Down in the left field corner, the TNT Builders party deck. Consumers Power with a gathering. The Omaha room has folks from Oroco in, and Casey Corner, the Girding Builders. I hope Tom and Debbie are down there. Tom, the proprietor, great people. I hope they're here tonight enjoying baseball. The pitch on the way is in there for a strike to Kiko Romero. The count goes to 1-2. I think the last time I saw Tom, he said he was phasing out a little bit and beginning to hand things off to a son, if I heard him correctly, so good for them. The pitch to Romero, not so good for him again in this sequence. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Clayton Hall has had the measure of Kiko so far. Kiko Romero has struck out twice. Eli Kennel, the batter. I remember the first baseball game I ever saw was June 17th, 1966. Yeah, that's an era when we were all singing along with Mitch. But anyway, I saw a Dodger Giant game at Dodger Stadium June 17th of 66, and in his first 3 at-bats, Willie McCovey struck out against Don Sutton. So when Big Mac came to the plate in the 8th inning with 2 on and a 1-1 tie, the young fan, I was very young, 7 years old, wasn't terribly nervous, and Willie McCovey hit one halfway up the right field pavilion. The tears began and really didn't stop all the way home back into Hacienda Heights, and I still hurt today even thinking about it. So Kiko struck out twice. The game is young. Eli Kennel takes a strike, 0-1 the count. Logan Johnstone goes. The strike 1 pitch is in the turf. The throw to second, not in time. Good pick by Hainline, the shortstop, and he made it close, but Johnstone with a head-first slide is in with the stolen base. He's in scoring position for Eli Kennel, who will try to drive in the run and pull the Knights to within a run with 2 down. Both teams use the stolen base effectively. Bellingham with 37. The Knights just picking up their 36th, the top 2 marks in the league. Kennel looks at a breaking ball down and in. The count to Eli, 2 balls and a strike. It was a Friday night, June 17th of 66, as I'm sure many of you recall, but it was the night of school, last day of school that day, and my dad blessed me with a trip to Dodger Stadium. I had just recently become a fan of the sport a couple of months earlier. And so that's how the summer of 66 began, a trip to Chavez Ravine, cheering on my beloved Dodgers, and McCovey hurt me and continued to hurt me the rest of his career. Eli Kennel fouls one back and the count 2-2. I was disconsolate on that drive home. Logan Johnstone at second, 2 down, 3-1 Bellingham. Breaking ball from Clayton Hall is away. Ball 3-2. And the only thing that perked me up, just crying in the back seat of the car. Losing 4-1. Gaylord Perry over Don Sutton. McCovey's 3-run home of the difference. And my dad said, son, it'll be okay. We'll come to another game. And that was the wise word. Oh, really? We will? The pitch to Kettle hit foul. I mean, for me, it was just that existential. I thought, this is it. I come to a baseball game for the first time, and my team loses. I'm not sure there's any recovering from that. But Dad said, we'll come again. And he delivered on the promise. We went many times. Wonderful experiences there with my family. And Chavez Ravine went to Angel Stadium, too, but Dodger Stadium was the place to be. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Eli, who swings and hits a 2-hopper to the first baseman, Jace Phelan. Phelan again takes it to the bag himself, and the Knights come up empty in the third. No runs, no hits, a man left. Through 3, Bellingham 3, and Corvallis 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
If you've been putting off that home remodeling project but have finally decided to take a leap and get it done, Corvallis Floor Covering can help. Stop by and browse through their large showroom with a wide variety of carpet, laminate, tile, wood, and vinyl flooring and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering is at the corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering. And go Beavs!
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the Glass Man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
1240 Joe Radio.
Through 3 innings at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, Bellingham 3 runs, 1 hit, and 1 error. The Knights 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error. All runs in the game unearned. Christopher Campos swings at the first pitch from Duke Brotherton and doesn't get it. Duke ready and comes back with the 0-1 pitch. Misses a little low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Christopher Campos, who made contact in what turned out to be the biggest play in the game. A grounder to short, mishandled, and that led to 3 unearned runs for Bellingham in the first. He swings at the curveball and fouls it in front of the Knights dugout on the third base side. The count goes to 1-2 to Christopher Campos. I have tried in looking up bios of Campos. I haven't been able to ascertain full information on Chris. We had a Beaver player here in the mid-2000s by the name of Chris Campos. And I've not seen Christopher Campos Jr. I've not seen anything in looking up Christopher Campos that he's perhaps the son of or related to the former Beaver. I think I'd know that somehow, some way. Great kid, Chris Campos, who played for the Beavers, was on the 2005 team that went to Omaha for the first time in 53 years. The pitch to this Christopher Campos hit foul into Urchin Alley to the right. The first call of the alley tonight. And I don't see any urchins giving chase, but they catch wind pretty quickly that, there's a chance to get a ball or two there, and they end up lining up the alley as the evening goes along. Christopher Campos swings and rolls one slowly foul in front of the Knights dugout. It remains 1-2, 3-1 Bells, top of the fourth. Duke Brotherton and Tyler Quinn, the Knights battery. Kiko Romero at first, Eli Kennel at second, Spencer Scott at short, Mason Lee at third. 1-2 to Christopher Campos. Brotherton, 2 strikeouts last inning. Rocks, kicks, and comes to the plate and just missed with a breaking ball outside. That evens the count at 2-2 to Campos. Campos, a two-way player. He is from my hometown. And I don't think Chris, the former Beaver, was. The 2-2 pitch fouled at the plate on a check swing. Campos stays up there. Now, there's a question being asked here as to whether, I think the home plate umpire wants to know, was that a foul ball or did it hit Campos first? Now, Campos didn't run down to first base or sell the idea that he'd been hit by the pitch, but I think Coach Gieselin has asked for an interpretation. Brooke Knight comes over and wonders. I think Brooke would not have been too pleased had Campos been awarded first base. It is a foul ball at the plate. Christopher Campos still up there. Christopher from Hacienda Heights, California. That's where I grew up, on La Sabita off of Hacienda Boulevard. The last few trips to L.A. with Campos trying to shake off the pain that the Beavers have made in football and in basketball and in baseball. I have been able to drive out there, go to the old street, La Sabita and Roe Bruce, and hadn't summoned up the courage to knock on the door and see if they would let me in. My dad built the house. 2-2 pitch was a great pitch, dropped by Tyler Quinn. I think it would have been a strike. Bye, Bader. Have a great time. That should have been strike 3 called. Now the count is 3-2 on Christopher Campos. Tyler Quinn not giving the home plate umpire a good enough look at it. It'll be a shame here if Campos gets on base, I'm telling you. The 3-2 pitch on the way from Brotherton. Breaking ball pulled foul. And it remains 3 balls and 2 strikes to Christopher. Willis Cresswell on deck. Jace Phelan to follow. Campos went to a high school I've never heard of, though, and that worries me a bit. His hometown, Hacienda Heights, Damien High School, as in Lillard, the same spelling as Dame. Los Altos, that's where I went. The 3-2 pitch on the way, and this Hacienda Heights kid drives it to the alley in deep left center field. It'll short hop the Nike sign out in left center. And into second base goes Christopher Campos with a booming double to left to lead things off for Bellingham here in the top of the 4th inning. Nice thing for Christopher to shake off the pain of the foul ball that got a piece of the hand and the bat. Ruled a foul ball, and he comes back feeling better, extends the arm and launches a double into the gap in left center field, again off the Nike swoosh. The Corvallis Knights named for the owner, Penny Knight. The Corvallis Knights, Penny, the wife of Phil, and Phil's name has come up recently in terms of the Portland Trail Blazers and a possible bid by Phil and trying to buy the franchise. Dan Siegel's had a great relationship with the Knights through the years, the founder of the Corvallis Knights. Willis Cresswell, an RBI single to drive in 2 in the first, takes a breaking ball down from Duke Brotherton here in the 4th. 1-0 the count. A leadoff double for Christopher Campos, getting his lead from second. So Damien, I don't know if that's a new school, if it's in La Puente, Roland Heights. I'm going to have to look that thing up. Hacienda Heights I know, Los Altos I know, but who are you? Christopher Campos from Damien High. The 1-0 pitch in the turf, ball 2. 2-0 to Willis Cresswell. Cresswell, right-hand hitting catcher. And the note I was going to say that I'd also never written down before, his Uncle Jonathan Cresswell. The 2-0 pitch again in the turf, nice pickup by Tyler Quinn. Willis Cresswell has an uncle named Jonathan Cresswell, who plays professional ultimate frisbee. I didn't know there was such a thing, and not only does he play professional ultimate frisbee, Uncle Jonathan Cresswell, he does so in Taiwan. Here in Corvallis, the 3-0 pitch to nephew Willis is high and inside for ball 4. And down to First base goes Willis Cresswell. Christopher Campos at second base with a double. Jace Phelan will be the hitter.
All boys Catholic school.
Damien, Paul has looked it up. So Damien High School is all boys congregation of the Sacred Hearts of Jesus and Mary, and it's in Laverne, California. Now Laverne, I'm not sure, is that near Hacienda Heights? I don't, Anyway, learning a lot here tonight. I don't think so. I don't remember Laverne growing up. I didn't drive. We moved when I was 14, so I don't know Laverne. Jace Phelan, the batter. Phelan takes low and in. And Duke Brotherton right now, please forgive me for saying it, but he's not feeling it exactly right. A double, a walk, 1-0 to Jace Phelan. Left-hand hitting first baseman who grounded out on a great play by Kiko Romero with the bases loaded in the first. 1 ball and no strikes with 2 on and nobody out. 3-1 Bellingham, and even down here in the 8th hole, Phelan not even thinking or considering bunt, at least that doesn't appear so. And just looking at the stats for Bellingham, the leader in the North, in 17 games, the Bells have 1 sacrifice hit. That compared with the Corvallis Knights, who haven't really done a lot of that on their own. In fact, 5 and 12. Brooke Knight using that stratagem less this year than I've noticed in other seasons. The 1-1 pitch on the way to Phelan misses low for ball 2, 2-1. Paul once again doing research for me. So Laverne is south of the 210. So it's a ways away from Hacienda Heights, but that is where Christopher Campos, thank you for that, my correspondent Paul Blackburn. The 2-1 pitch, missing low and in, ball 3, 3-1. Duke Brotherton, a solid 1-2-3 inning in the third, but has yielded a double, issued a walk, and is behind to Phelan 3-1. Daniel Jernan next. The Bells leading 3-1, and a good opportunity to add to it here. Phelan gets on the 3-1 pitch and hits it high in the air, foul, well past Casey Corner in the Omaha room and in the general direction of where the sand volleyballers were reveling earlier. These gorgeous summer days and evenings that we get as you make your way into the ballpark here at Goss, I'm sure you see the youngsters out, the college kids, and today there was like some sort of class going on there, the game being taught. 3-2 pitch is high and away for ball 4 to load them up. So the bases are loaded. Nobody out for Daniel Jernan. Duke Brotherton has issued 2 walks in the inning. And the Knights have issued 5 walks in the ball game. And the last several games, by their standards, have run into some control difficulties. Now, in the first inning, the 3 walks all came in to score. Duke Brotherton hopes to ride a different script this time around as he faces Jernan, who flied to right field in the second. Top sun for Titus Dimitru out in left. He's shielding it with his throwing hand, his right hand, as the pitch comes plateward. Jernan takes a strike, 0-1 the count. The right-hander Duke Brotherton working out of the stretch. The Knights infield at double play depth. The 0-1 breaking ball line down the left field line in the corner fair. Campo scores. Willis Cresswell right behind him and will score. Jace Phelan cruises into third, and Daniel Jernan into second with a double. And the red-hot Bells are staying hot. They lead the Knights 5-1 and have runners at second and third with nobody out. And the batter will be Elijah Hainline, the leadoff hitter. And Brooke Knight is on his way out to the mound and will make a pitching change here with Duke Brotherton. After a 1-2-3 inning last inning, not able to fill up the zone in the usual manner here. 2 walks in the inning, a pair of doubles yielded, and that'll be the end of the line for Duke Brotherton tonight. He comes off. We'll see a new pitcher in to face Elijah Hainline, who's 0 for 2 on the night. The call to the bullpen, sponsored by All Pro Property Services, your locally owned option for property cleaning, maintenance, renovation, and landscaping. Relax. All Pro Property Services have got the bases covered. All Pro Property Services, you can find them on Facebook. 2-minute pitching change break. 5-1 Bellingham. Back in 2 on 1240 Joe Radio.
We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Highland Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Highland Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
When it's more than just your lawn, it deserves the Kubota Z400. Get a head-turning offer on class-leading speed, agility, simple deck height adjustments, and a quality cut. When you need comfort and performance, then you need the professional-grade Kubota Z400. Right now, get the Kubota Z400 mower for 0 down, 0% APR for 36 months. Now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
For auto glass solutions, better call a glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call a glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
1240 Joe Radio.
Are you guys all Sandy M. Christian. Are you guys all going to go to Marshfield, or some of you North Bend, or you're all North Bend, but your team's called North Coos County? So is North Bend is also in Coos County? Okay. Thank you. You guys are all in the North Bend program, huh? Are you the head coach? No. Oh, okay. Is Tom Yonkers still around the community? Tom Yonkers, is that around?
We welcome you back in. Jesse Barron, the right-hander, takes over for the Corvallis Knights. A little more information about the Legion tournament going on at Philomath from the group from North Coos in Coos County. They're all part of the North Bend baseball program. Jesse Barron inheriting a bases-loaded situation. The Knights trailing 5-1. The strike one pitch from Jesse to Elijah Hainline swung on and fouled away to the right and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes to Hainline. Elijah with a chance to really bust this thing open. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Bases loaded, nobody out. 2 runs in already, 5-1. The Knights have brought their infield in halfway. Barron comes back 0-2 and got him with a slider. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Nice job by Jesse Barron to get an out and now put the double play in order to try to get out of it altogether here in the top of the 4th inning. Elijah Hainline started 48 games for Brian Green at Washington State this past spring. Good-looking ball player. 2 hits and 2 runs scored against the Beavers in the win that Washington State had in the ball game up at Bailey Brayton in the first weekend of Pac-12 play. Josh Trujillo, who has walked and struck out, takes low, ball 1, 1-0. 2 runs in the inning. Runners at second and third and 1 out. Phelan at third base, Daniel Jernin at second. The strike 1-0 pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. 1-1 the count to Trujillo. There are 7 teams competing in that Legion tournament this weekend at Philomath, including Newport, Dallas, Ritchie's Market, Staten, North Coos, Sandy M. Christian. 1 ball and 1 strike. Barron delivers, and a ground ball back up the middle into center field for a base hit. Phelan scores, Jernan will too, and Bellingham, a rare sight in these parts, has opened up a big lead against the Corvallis Knights here at Goss. 7-1 on a 2-run single for Jesse Phelan. And that'll bring to the plate Cole Hage. And it is just rare through the years. The Knights have been the class of the West Coast League. They have 8 championships, the last 5. And leading the South Division this year with a record of 11-1 coming in. So they're not used to this kind of treatment. But Bellingham laying it on now. It's 7-1 Bells. And the first pitch to Cole Hage, a slow roller to third, fielded by Mason Lee. The throw to first is just in time. Hage again getting down the line. I like the hustle. But he's thrown out by half a step. 2 down on the play. Into second base goes Josh Trujillo. And that'll bring to the plate Jack Van Remortel, the designated hitter who's walked and struck out. 7-1 Bells in game 1. Now, the Knights, who swept their first 3 series of the year to get to 9-0, had 3 games rained out in Portland, hence the discrepancy in number of games played. The Knights then lost the first game to Walla Walla and then came back to win the next 2. And they may be relegated to trying to do a similar thing this time this weekend in this series with the Bells, as big Jack Van Remortel takes a breaking ball down and away, ball 1. Van Remortel 6'2", 215, and Paul Blackburn, my correspondent tonight, tells me indeed it is Carmel, Indiana. He's probably driven through it. The 1-0 pitch, just low to the pride of Carmel. 2 balls and no strikes. 7-1 Bells in the top of the 4th inning. Josh Trujillo getting his lead from second base as the Bells again try to continue their grip on this one and pick up another run now with a 2-out hit. Out of the stretch works Jesse Barron, the right-hander from the University of San Francisco, delivers, and the breaking ball misses for ball 3. 3-0. Gavin Schultz, the on-deck hitter. Barron making his first appearance out of the bullpen with the Knights this summer. In 2 starts, he's worked 10 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 15 strikeouts, no walks yielded. He's 3-0 here and issues his first walk of the summer to Jack Van Remortel, ball 4. And Gavin Schultz will come to the plate. The Bells have batted around in the inning. They've scored 4 runs. And they have runners at first and second and 2 down for Schultz, who's walked and struck out. 7-1 Bells, keeping this cowbell crowd on this Friday night rather quiet. Not much going on for the Knights this evening. The first pitch dropped by Tyler Quinn. Not sure if he was crossed up or just misread the movement on the pitch. He doesn't go out to confer with Jesse Barron, so I just assume that he kind of boxed the pitch from Jesse. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Top of the 4th inning, 4 runs in for the Bells, who lead it 7-1, looking for more. Fastball foul back. 1 ball and 1 strike to Gavin Schultz. He too is from New Orleans, and Tulane, hit .255. A couple of home runs this past spring, but again, the amazing note that outside of baseball, making quilts his favorite hobby. Good for him. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Breaking ball up from Jesse Barron. Ball 2, 2-1. That would be interesting to know. That has to be something from Mom, maybe from Grandma. I remember watching my mom spend many hours sewing a quilt during she was stricken with cancer, and that was part of the thing that helped her get through all the treatments and the trips to the City of Hope. The 2-1 pitch missing high and inside, but she'd come back home after treatment and worked on a beautiful quilt that still adorns a wall in our home. She ended up losing her battle at the age of 53, but that quilt making was therapeutic for her. 3-1 to Gavin Schultz. 2 on, 2 out, and 4 runs in the inning. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed. 3-2 the count. Jesse Barron issuing his first walk of the summer in this inning. Doesn't want a part of another one. 3-2 with 2 down. The runners will go on the pitch. Josh Trujillo from second, Jack Van Remortel from first. 3-2 to Gavin Schultz. They go. The pitch is a line drive caught by second baseman Eli Kennel. The inning is over. 9 sent to the plate, 4 score. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Bellingham 7, the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
I just got home from a fishing trip to find that we had a new patio with pavers and everything. I told my wife I didn't want to do it. So she went ahead, put the plans together, and went to Philomath Rental, where she got all the tools she needed, and they showed her how to use the equipment. The patio looks great. Now she's planning more projects. Thank you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the Glass Man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a veteran living in Lynn County? Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned. Lynn County Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
1240 Joe Radio.
For the Beavers? Yeah. In 95? Yeah. Wow. I played 94, 95. So Jack, you went from Jack to Pat. Wow. Where are you from, Mark? I'm from Reedsburg. I got to get back. I'll talk to you more about it.
Finding out a little bit more about the team here, the North Coos team, American Legion. One of the dads on the team, Mark Wheeling, played for Jack Riley and for Pat Casey. So played with Brooke Knight in 94, Jack's final year, and then for Case and Pat's first year in 95. And he's one of the dads here to the right with the team tonight here at Goss. The Knights trail 7-1. Mason Lee taking the first pitch high and away, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Clayton Hall now with a 6-run lead to work with, misses again, ball 2. 2-0. The Knights hoping to get off the schneid here in the 4th, down by 6. The 2-0 pitch is high. 3 balls and no strikes. Clayton Hall has walked 1. The Knights have 3 hits. Their lone run in the second was unearned. But Bellingham just scored 4 earned in the top of the 4th to take full command of this one. The 3-0 pitch to Mason Lee, a strike. The count 3-1. Mason singled, but then was backpicked for the first out in that second inning. 3 balls and 1 strike. Hall to the plate. Fastball in there for strike 2. Clayton trying to come all the way back. Mark Wheeling, the name of the gentleman who played for Jack in 94, Casey in 95. The 3-2 pitch swung on and fouled into Urchin Alley. The youngsters play it off the bricks. Part of the Dixon Rec facade surrounds the basketball courts on the lower level. Good play out there by one of the youngsters. The 3-2 pitch on the way. That's hit foul again the other way towards the rooftop of Dixon Rec and well out of play. It remains 3 balls and 2 strikes to Mason Lee. Mark Wheeling, I asked where he's from, and he's from Reedsport High School. Made his way to play for the Beavers in the mid-90s. The 3-2 pitch punched into shallow center field. Base hit. Nice piece of hitting by Mason Lee, who is 2 for 2. Xander Darby will come to the plate. The Knights again, looking at a rare deficit of this kind, just to be behind it all. They're 11-1 on the year, so we're not accustomed to it. But they're not only behind, they're behind by 6 runs. And we'll see if they can begin to fight their way back against a team that has earned run average as a club of 2.13. The pitch to Darby is lifted to left field, but it's playable. Josh Trujillo over. Still having to deal with the sun a little bit out there, but he finds the ball quickly and puts it away. Darby swinging at the first pitch, flies out to left, 1 away. Brady Lavoie aboard on an error and scored a run in the second inning, comes to the plate. A battery of Clayton Hall and Willis Cresswell with Jace Phelan at first, Gavin Schultz at second, Elijah Hainline at short, and Christopher Campos at third for the Bells. The first pitch to Lavoie swung on and missed, 0-1 the count. In the outfield, Josh Trujillo in left, Daniel Jernan in center, Cole Hage in right. No balls and a strike to Lavoie. Hall back to the plate, fastball up and in near the chin, the count 1-1. One ball and one strike the count to Brady. Titus Dimitru had his 11th RBI in his last at-bat on deck. Another fastball up and in. Ball 2-1 to Lavoie. I talked to Ethan Ross before the game today just to check in on his condition. He left the game last night. He was in fact with Sean Weiss across the way, across the railroad tracks. The 2-1 fastball down the middle. And Ethan informed me that he had some back spasms last night, nothing long term, that he took an ice bath. He said today that he was feeling fine and that he'll be back soon, so that was good news. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball in there, strike 3 called. Nice job by Clayton Hall. Down in the count, 2-0, comes back to strike out Lavoie. Titus Dimitru to the plate. Titus tripled into the right field corner to drive in Lavoie for the night's only run in the second. And Dimitru to the plate now, hoping again to find a gap somewhere and try to lift the spirits of this crowd tonight. It's Cowbell Night presented by Cricket Country, and we haven't had a lot of occasion to ring those bells. The pitch to Dimitru misses away, ball 1. Is that a song out of season? Come on, ring those bells. It sounds like it should be anyway. 1 ball and no strikes to Dimitru. 7-1 Bells in the bottom of the 4th. Dimitru, a high pop foul back of the plate. This is going to carry into the stands, and a fan very boldly tried to make a catch on the fly, missed it, and then it bounced into the hands of her friend 1 row back. That thing was up there too high for anybody to look up and dare to make a play on it. So I'm grateful that everybody down below is safe and sound. That was a towering pop foul that made it into the Jack Riley concourse directly back of the plate and to a fan who played it deftly on a hop. 1 ball and 1 strike to Dimitru. There goes the runner, a late break, and Mason Lee is in with a stolen base on a delayed steal. Dimitru taking the pitch up and in, ball 2, 2-1, giving Titus another RBI opportunity. A base hit would give him his 2nd of the night and 12th of the year. Mason Lee safely into 2nd with his 5th steal in 6 attempts. 7-1 Bells. The Knights looking to get a little closer. The pitch to Dimitru lifted to the alley in left center field, and Dimitru does it again. It gets down safely. Mason Lee scores. Dimitru into 2nd with a double. A triple and a double and another run batted in. That's 12 on the year for Titus. And the Knights draw a little closer now, trailing Bellingham 7-2. Really nice swing for Titus Dimitru. That's 2 of them. A triple into the right field corner, a double into the alley into left center field, and now Tyler Quinn, the batter. And a base hit here would certainly help the Knights feel a little bit better about where they're going with this one. They have really been dominated tonight, but a hit here tightens things up. The first pitch, fastball up and in to Tyler. Ball 1-0. To meet, good for him. The pitch on the way to Tyler Quinn is dumped into right field for a base hit. Dimitri rounding third on his way to the plate. The throw is not in time. Tyler Quinn an RBI single. Now the Bells 7 and the Knights 3. The Knights doing some nice work with 2 down. Titus Dimitru an RBI double. Tyler Quinn follows with an RBI single to left. 7-3, making the game far more interesting for the Knights and their fans and the cowbell wielders. We're hearing a little bit more of that cowbell. And we'll see a visit to the mound here now for the Bellingham Bells. Carlos Arroyo, the pitching coach, on his way out to have a conversation with Clayton Hall, who has pitched very well. There is some activity going on in the Bellingham bullpen. In fact, a left-hander is loosening. A 7-1 lead going into this bottom of the fourth for Clayton Hall. And the Knights with a couple of clutch 2-out hits. The left-hander getting ready is Cameron Dayton out of Texas, Austin. And Coach Arroyo heading back into the dugout on the first base side, the Gene Tanzelli dugout. And since we've mentioned Jack and Pat, Gene Tanzelli, the late, was the coach just ahead of Jack Riley here. And after the visit by Coach Arroyo, meant to buy time for the left-hander getting ready in the bullpen, Cameron Dayton. Out comes the head coach, Adam Giesland. And so the move will be made here now. Hall pitched well, but the Knights with some clutch hitting to kind of get themselves back in the game. And it looks as though this is a move that will be made to the left-hander to match up with Logan Johnstone. Now, I'm not exactly sure what Brook Knight, and I'm not the rule here. The pitching coach came out, left, didn't make a move, and then the head coach came out immediately after. The left-hander, Dayton, will come in. I'm not sure that that's an allowed move, and that's what Brook Knight is. I don't know the rule on that exactly. But I'm not so sure what can or should be done or what Brook is hoping. The head coach, Giesland, comes over to join the conversation. Somehow, and I'm going to have to check with Brooks Hatch on the interpretation, but I don't know what the penalty is for an illegal visit. I mean, you bring the pitcher in, you have to, on the second visit. I think Paul Blackburn is right. I think at least one pitch has to be thrown between visits. So they may have to bring the kid who just was taken out to throw a pitch, and then you can't make that type of visit. I think that's the point. I think Paul is right about that you cannot make consecutive visits. There has to be one pitch thrown in between. Now, if that's the rule, then it needs to be followed, and that would mean that the right-handed pitcher, Clayton Hall, who was just taken out, may have to come back into the game, throw a pitch, then be taken out. But the left-hander has stayed out on the bump in Cameron Dayton. And I will talk to Brooks and see if the official score, if that's his understanding of what Brook Knight has brought up here. I haven't seen the right-hander, the starter Clayton Hall, emerge yet from the dugout. And again, if Hall was done and already done, the uniform coming off or whatever other reason has prevented him coming back onto the field. The coaches are talking about it and whether we're going to have a pitching change or not here now, I don't know. I'll tell you what, let's take a 60-second break, a 1-minute break, regroup, and see where we're at. I do know the Knights have scored 2, 7-3 Bellingham. Back in a minute on 1240 Joe Radio.
At Albin's Plumbing, we're boring. Hi, I'm Katie Albin, and I want everyone to know that at Albin's Plumbing, we're boring. Directional boring, to be exact. So if you need to run a pipe underground, under a driveway, or under a sidewalk, and you don't want to destroy your yard in the process, the boring people at Albin's Plumbing can help you with your directional boring. Just give us a call.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282. Albin's Plumbing.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
1240 Joe Radio.
Well, we're back. We still don't know, and Brooks Hatch didn't quite know what's going on. The umpire left the field and ran down into the dugout. I thought he ran into the dugout to bring Clayton Hall back out. Brooke Knight is not pleased with the outcome here. I don't know if Brooke may play the game under protest. I mean, he might if the rule has not been properly followed. We're going to play ball now. We do have a pitching change, and so we'll take a full pitching change break as the left-hander, Cameron Dayton, comes in. But Brooke Knight may play the game under protest. I don't know. We'll see. We'll be back in 90 seconds on 1240 Joe Radio.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
This is Mike Parker for Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing the job right the first time. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the flow. Even Flow Plumbing.
1240 Joe Radio.
Yeah, I think, we're playing the game under protest now. I think that's what that signal meant. Because they didn't follow the rule, and if they have the legal rule on it, we can win this game even though the guy that did our driveway couldn't hire a third person to help him. He offered him $300 and they wouldn't work.
I think the game, the signal came, I think the Knights are playing this game under protest as the rule was not followed properly, according to Brooke Knight anyway. And now left-hander Cameron Dayton goes to work on Logan Johnstone and misses for ball one. The 1-0 pitch is popped up. Shortstop Elijah Hainline, back of the bag, one step away from the green on the field turf in shallow center, makes the catch. The inning is over. Cameron Dayton gets Logan Johnstone to pop out, but the umpires made a signal back up here that indicates that, I'm pretty sure that was the indication, that the Knights are playing this game under protest because the rule about a pitcher, you can't make consecutive visits like we just saw from the Bellingham Bells. And I believe that's right. You can't. If you make a visit and leave, you can't then walk back out and bring somebody in. That pitcher has to throw at least one more pitch. So, the Knights are playing the game under protest, and whether they fail to come back and win the game, it'll go to the league, and the Knights may get an interpretation in their favor, because I think Brooke Knight, by rights, is right. Anyway, the Knights are done in the fourth, but they get two. We go to the fifth. Back in 60 seconds, Garrett. Back in 1 minute. 7-3 Bellingham on 1240 Joe Radio.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a veteran living in Lynn County? Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned. Lynn County Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
1240 Joe Radio.
Jesse Barron with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike, working on Christopher Campos, leading things off for Bellingham. The 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike to Chris, and the count 1-2. Now 7-3 Bellingham in the fifth. Campos has been aboard on an error and tripled. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Jesse Barron rocks, kicks in the righty to the plate. Taken a little bit high. Ball 2, 2-2. That might add to Brooks' protestations. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch appeared to be pretty good. If you're going to enforce the higher part of the zone, that probably needs to be a strike. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3 called anyway. Great pitch by Jesse Barron. He gets his man maybe twice. Down goes Campos, 1 away, and Willis Cresswell, who has a 2-run single and has walked and scored to the plate. 7-3 Bells in the fifth in a game that, for the first time in all the years that I have been blessed to watch Knights baseball in these gorgeous summers of ours, that I've seen a game played under protest. And again, we believe it's the failure of the umpires to enforce the rule that Clayton Hall needed to make 1 more pitch after the first visit by the pitching coach and then the subsequent trip to the mound and a call to the bullpen made when Hall needed to make 1 more pitch at least. Willis Cresswell, having himself a good ball game, whacks the first pitch that he sees from Jesse Barron back up the middle into center. Base hit. 7 runs, 5 hits for Bellingham. 3 runs, 6 hits for the Knights. Jace Phelan, the batter, left-hand hitting first baseman, is grounded to first and walked and scored. And the first pitch missing, down and in, ball 1, 1-0. Daniel Jernan on deck. Nice crowd on this Friday night, cowbell night at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. Same 2 clubs tomorrow night here at 6:35. The 1-0 pitch, off speed, a big swing and a miss from Phelan. 1-1 the count. Bellingham 3 unearned runs in the first, 4 last inning. The Knights picked up a run in the second. That was also unearned. And then 2 in the bottom of the fourth inning. Out of the stretch works Jesse over at first base. Willis Cresswell. The pitch produces a comebacker. Barron goes to Spencer Scott for 1. Scott's throw to first is an errant one. Backed up and now racing back and getting to first base for being tagged out in a collision. Tyler Quinn with the tag on Phelan, and Phelan tumbling over Quinn. Quinn makes sure that he gets the tag on Phelan twice, and more. Quinn was checking on to see if Phelan was okay. In a bizarre ball game, Phelan is not okay. He gets up hobbling after Spencer Scott threw the ball away, and Phelan, for some reason, thought that he could go to second. Tyler Quinn was where he needed to be, backing up the throw. And now Coach Gieslin is arguing about something for Bellingham, and whether he'll play the game under protest too. I mean, at least it would cancel it out. Now, the more important thing is, let's hope Phelan's okay. A double play ball occurred ultimately when Phelan unwisely chose to run to second. I'm glad to see that Jace is going to stay in there and try to play what appears to be a sore left ankle. He kind of spikes the baseball down, mad at himself for the base running blunder. The Knights end up getting a 1-6-2 double play to end the inning. Strange things tonight at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Bellingham 7, the Knights 3 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser. From hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
We set them up, you knock them down. Highland Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set them up, you knock them down. Highland Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
Do you ever experience headaches? Or how about back pain? Here at Horesco Chiropractic, we truly believe that everybody deserves to live a life without pain. Our doctors will get to the root of your condition and create a custom treatment plan to help you get back to living the best version of your life. Our patients often say how amazed they feel to live a life with less pain after they have experienced how effective chiropractic care is. Start on the journey of improved health by giving us a call today or visiting our website at horesco.com. Horesco Chiropractic in Corvallis. We really can make a world of difference for you.
1240 Joe Radio.
Spencer Scott takes ball 1 from Cameron Dayton. The lefty comes back to the plate with a strike. Cameron 6'3", 207. Out of Round Rock, Texas, competes at Texas Austin. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Cameron rocks, kicks, and comes back, and the breaking ball just misses, and Cameron kind of shakes his head as though, really? And the count goes to 2-1 to Spencer, who's grounded to third and popped to second. Christopher Walken calling for more cowbell, and not only does Will Ferrell respond in kind, but the fans do here at the ballpark. And Spencer Scott, inspired by cowbell, drives one to the alley into right center field. A diving attempt by Jernan. He comes up empty. Spencer Scott losing the helmet as he came around first. Races all the way into third. A triple for Spencer Scott to open the bottom of the fifth inning. Well, it's a good thing that in the game of baseball, you lose your helmet and you're allowed to keep playing. In football, when that helmet comes off, the play's dead. I remember Jacquizz Rodgers breaking tackles helmetless across the way at Reser Stadium. Gosh, is that 14 years ago or so now? Yes, yes. Kiko Romero, the batter, has struck out twice. A leadoff triple for Spencer Scott. Romero with a left-on-left matchup takes the breaking ball in the turf. Ball 1, 1-0. Good piece of hitting by Spencer Scott and Daniel Jernan. A mistake in the sense of laying out. It would have been perhaps a double, but the dive and the ball got by him, allowing Scott to motor to third. Romero hammers one to deep right center. Jernan goes back, has a play, makes the catch. Scott tags and scores, and Kiko Romero with a deep sacrifice fly. Now the Bells 7 and the Knights 4 as they are squarely on the comeback trail. Nice looking swing for Kiko Romero, and the sacrifice fly to draw the Knights a little closer. Eli Kennel the batter. Eli is flied to left and grounded to first. 7-4 Bells. The Knights have scored the game's last 3 runs on this warm summer evening here in the Mid-Valley. Kennel, left-handed hitter, even stance, and boy, he is fun to watch hit. The first pitch to Eli misses away. Ball 1, 1-0. Cameron Dayton coming on last inning in controversial circumstances, making his 5th overall appearance. 9 innings, 5 hits, a run, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts. That was the first earned run that he's allowed this summer. Dayton to the plate and misses. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Cameron began his career at Midland College out of Round Rock, Texas. The 2-0 pitch. Eli swings and misses. 2-1 the count. Mason Lee on deck. The big left-hander, Cameron Dayton. 6'3", 207-pounder. Rocks, kicks, and comes back. And just misses. The roster by the name showed some good signs. Eli says, should we appeal? Trotty back picked as the Knights continue to try to fight their way back in this one. They were down 7-1. It's now 7-4. Bottom of the 5th inning. The first pitch to Lee is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Cameron coming in behind Clayton Hall, and Brooke Knight filing a protest, indicating that he's playing the rest of this game under protest, as the rule, in his view, was not followed properly in terms of the 2 visits. A fly ball to center right at Daniel Jernan. Jernan makes the catch, 2 down. Xander Darby, the designated hitter, will come to the plate. And that'll be something for Rob Nyer, the commissioner of the West Coast League, to take on. But again, it's also the first time that I can remember a game that the Knights have been involved with that has been played under protest. Xander Darby takes the first pitch just outside, ball 1. It is a fairly stingy zone here for the lefty Cameron Dayton. 1-0 the count to Darby, who struck out and flied to left, left on left. Eli Kennel, the runner at first. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike, and the count 1-1. Xander Darby starting the night at .263. The left-handed hitter leads the team in walks drawn. He takes a strike, and the count 1-2. Out of the stretch works the big lefty, Cameron Dayton. Comes 1-2. Good breaking ball. Swung on and missed. And the inning is over. The Knights get a leadoff triple from Spencer Scott and an ensuing sacrifice fly from Kiko Romero. They settle for 1 here in the 5th. After 5, Bellingham 7, the Knights 4. On 1240, Joe Radio.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today. Like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup, rated #1 for reliability. Z Series mowers and sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Bring home the Kubota L2501 tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months. Now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent.
There I was in the living room taking a nap when I heard a terrible sound. When are you going to start working on our deck and getting the house ready to paint? I'll do it, but not today. Well, if you won't do it, I'll do it myself. I know the guys at Philomath Rental can show me what I need to do, and since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today. Uh-oh. Darn you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
Downward Dog across the OSU campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches. And breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
1240 Joe Radio.
Live a lot, but just doing other stuff. I will. It's good to see you, Mike. Say hi to Missy for me. Thank you.
Top of the 6th inning, Jesse Barron kicks and comes to the plate. First pitch, ground ball to shortstop Spencer Scott from behind the bag, fires to first, and just does get Daniel Jernan. One pitch, one away in the top of the 6th inning. Jernan had a 2-run double in his last at-bat. Bellingham leading the Knights 7-4. Top of the 6th inning. 7 runs, 5 hits, an error for the Bells. 4 runs, 7 hits, an error for the Knights. The first 4 runs of this game were unearned. 3 for Bellingham, 1 for Corvallis. Jesse Barron's first pitch to Elijah Hainline is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Hainline is 0 for 3. He has been a tough hitter this year, and he gets a bunt down and a good one. Barron comes off, bare hands, fires to first in time. Hainline going head first with the slide and is out. Not by much, but a tremendous play by Jesse Barron. And again, I'm still not sure why. Why runners? There are occasions, rare, when the head first slide is the better play. But every study I've ever read, everything I've ever heard, it's faster to keep running through, but somehow, some way, running up the line, so many hitters must feel like, oh, if I just reach out and dive, I can get there quicker, but they really can't. They don't. Running through is the better play. But Elijah Hainline hustling down the line, diving, and is thrown out on a tremendous play by Jesse Barron. One away, Josh Trujillo, the batter. First pitch missing to Josh. Barron comes back. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Jesse Barron comes back with a 1-1 pitch, a little low and in to Trujillo. 2-1 the count. Josh walked and scored in the first. Ian Lawson controlled difficulty in that first inning, walked 3 and 3 scored, albeit unearned runs. The 2-1 pitch to Trujillo popped up to shallow left field. Going out is Scott. Coming in is Dimitru. Titus calls off Spencer and makes the catch. And it is a solid and needed economical 1-2-3 frame for Jesse Barron. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still Bellingham 7, the Knights 4 on 1240 Joe Radio.
If you feel you're overpaying on your taxes and you're not as profitable as you should be, you're not alone. At Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, they can help because that's what they do. They work with individuals and business owners to lower your taxes, increase your profit, and manage your cash flow. They provide bookkeeping and payroll services too. Give them a call at 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game. Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis, your hometown tax team. And go Beavs.
If you've been putting off that home remodeling project but have finally decided to take a leap and get it done, Corvallis Floor Covering can help. Stop by and browse through their large showroom with a wide variety of carpet, laminate, tile, wood, and vinyl flooring and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering is at the corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering. And go Beavs.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
1240 Joe Radio.
Brady Lavoie, Titus Dumitru, and Tyler Quinn for the Knights in the bottom of the sixth inning. Bellingham leading 7-4. The first pitch to Brady swung out and missed. Brady's been aboard on an error and struck out looking. Left-hander Cameron Dayton comes back with the strike one pitch, fouled straight back, in the count 0-2. Dayton waiting on Lavoie. Cameron just standing, poised, ready to go. Glove right in front of his face, left hand on the ball as he reads, waiting for Lavoie to get back in there. And Lavoie comes in and swings at the 0-2 pitch, and down he goes on 3 pitches. So Cameron Dayton just waiting for the hitter to be ready. He had a plan all along and executes it. One gone. Titus Dumitru comes to the plate. What a night he's had. Tripled homer run in the second, doubled homer run in the fourth. And the only way to get an RBI here is to leave the yard, and I'm sure he would be happy to get 3/4 of the way to the cycle with that. The first pitch to Titus, and he is 3/4 of the way to the cycle with a base hit to center field. All he has left now is the home run, and the wind's blowing out, so who knows. A one-out single for Titus Dumitru, who's 3 for 3. And Tyler Quinn, who had an RBI single in the fourth, will come to the plate. Breezes indeed picking up. I can feel them at my back and blowing out. Cameron Dayton to the plate to Quinn, and it's high and away to Tyler. Ball 1, 1-0. Brooke Knight going through. Happy to see Jace playing on after his tumble and collision with Tyler Quinn on an odd double play that ended the top of the fifth inning. A 1-6-2 double play ball. The pitch to Quinn, a strike, and the count 1-1. Dumitru draws a throw and gets back. 1 ball and 1 strike, bottom of the sixth inning, 7-4, the Bellingham Bells. Great baseball through the years in the beautiful city of Bellingham, whose city's slogan, nickname, the city of subdued excitement. I don't know how the Chamber of Commerce people or the folks up there, well, what are we going to call ourselves? And they call Bellingham the city of subdued excitement. The pitch to Tyler Quinn, missing, ball 2, 2-1. I don't know if that's still on their literature up there, but that's what they once were known as. The 2-1 pitch missing for ball 3, 3-1. They play at Joe Martin Field, and they've had a great run of professional baseball through the years there. The Bellingham Dodgers with Mike Scioscia, Dave Stewart, Rick Sutcliffe, Pedro Guerrero playing in Major League Baseball, minor league baseball there. The Bellingham Mariners with Ken Griffey Jr. The runner goes. The pitch is swung on and hit foul into Urchin Alley behind us. And heading back to first base, Titus Dumitru on the 3-1 pitch. Tyler Quinn fouling it back. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. Bottom of the sixth inning, the Knights trailing 7-4, but have scored 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, have a man aboard here in the sixth, trying to continue back. The 3-2 pitch, diving back into first base, Dumitru. The pitch is lifted into right field. Cole Hage moves in to make the catch. Pretty good move, evidently, by Cameron Dayton. As he came to the plate, Dumitru was scrambling back, diving into first. The pitch got to the plate. Quinn flies out. Logan Johnstone will be the hitter. Logan is single to center, walked, and popped to short. The Bellingham Mariners with a great run, 77 through 94. Ken Griffey Jr. made his debut professionally as a Bellingham Mariner. Breaking ball strike to Logan Johnstone, 0-1 the count. The San Francisco Giants, an affiliate there from 95 to 96. And the Bells have been the franchise playing at Joe Martin Field since 1999. No balls and a strike to Logan Johnstone. There goes Dimitru. The throw to second on a hop, not in time. Dimitru is in with a stolen base. And that gives the Knights and Logan Johnstone an opportunity to draw closer. Good slide by Titus as he picks up the steal, giving Johnstone a chance to get the Knights a little bit closer. Dimitru now 3 for 3 in stolen bases this season. 7-4 Bellingham. Johnstone trying to change that. He takes down and away. Ball 2, 2-1. Spencer Scott on deck for the Knights. No one throwing in the Bellingham Bells bullpen. Cameron Dayton coming in for Clayton Hall. The left-hander ready and comes to the plate. Johnstone takes a fastball just inside. Ball 3, 3-1. When Junior made his debut professionally, it was as the number 1 pick overall in the summer of '87. The 3-1 pitch on the way, tapped slowly foul, and the count goes full to 3-2. 2 down, 7-4 Bellingham in the bottom of the 6th. Logan Johnstone trying to pick up Titus Dimitru from second. Junior showed signs of things to come, I would dare say, in that summer of '87 as a Bellingham Mariner. In a short season, he hit .313, hit 14 homers, had 13 stolen bases. And the career was launched professionally. The pitch on the way is a line drive, base hit into left field for Logan Johnstone. Rounding third and coming in to score without a play is Titus Dimitru, and the Knights keep drawing closer. An RBI single for Johnstone. It's now 7-5 Bellingham. Base hit to center field for Logan, who picks up the RBI. And the stolen base coming into play in an important way. Into scoring position went Logan Johnstone, or Titus Dimitru, in position to come home on the Johnstone base hit. And now Logan might try to want to know the count to Spencer, who's grounded to third, popped to second, and tripled to right. Again, Christopher Walken requesting more cowbell, and the request is honored. Johnstone held on by Jace Phelan. Out of the stretch works Dayton. Big leg kick into the plate, and Scott pops one up along first in foul territory. Phelan calls, Jace makes the catch, and the inning is over. But the Knights keep chipping away at it. They were down 7-1, and now through 6 as they pick up a run here in the bottom half of the 6th. It's now Bellingham 7 and the Knights 5 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a veteran living in Lynn County? Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned. Lynn County Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
When you think of Albin's, you think plumbing. And when you think of plumbing, you think water. Hi, this is Katie Albin. Some plumbing projects don't have anything to do with water. At Albin's Plumbing, we also work with natural gas and propane lines. So if you need a gas line for home heating, cooking, or for a gas water heater, give us a call.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282. Albin's Plumbing.
Take me out to the Independent Auto Works. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts or Cracker Jacks. Once I'm there, I'll always wanna come back. Let me root for the home team. They always win, it's not a shame. Volkswagen repair parts or just plain advice. Make Independent Auto Works part of your game.
Independent Auto Works, a proud sponsor of Knights, Mariners, and Beaver Baseball.
1240 Joe Radio.
Through 6 innings at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, Bellingham 7 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. The Knights 5 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. Right-hander Jesse Barron delivers a first pitch fastball near the kneecaps of Cole Hage, who jumps out of the way. 1-0 the count. Cole is 0 for 3. The 1-0 pitch on the way to Hage. Breaking ball down and away. Ball 2. 2-0. Hage starting the night 11 for 22. A couple of homers and 5 runs batted in. The 2-0 pitched. A breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count 2-1. Cole Hage, Jack Van Remortel, and Gavin Schultz, the scheduled hitters for the Bells in the 7th. 7-5, as the Knights have indeed found their way back into the game. Breaking ball taken down and away. Ball 3, 3-1 by Hage. Jesse Barron and Tyler Quinn, the battery. Kiko Romero at first, Eli Kennel at second, Spencer Scott at short, Mason Lee at third, Titus Dumitru in left, Logan Johnstone in center, Brady Lavoie in right. And Barron, who had not walked a batter prior to tonight, issues his second walk of the evening as the 3-1 pitch to Hage misses inside for ball 4. That'll bring Jack Van Remortel to the plate. He has walked twice and struck out. 7 walks issued by Knights pitching. These last 3 days have not been exemplary for the Knights in terms of the free passes. But they have won the last 2 nights. They trail this one 7-5 in the 7th. Jesse comes set and delivers, and the first pitch fastball misses to Jack Van Remortel. Ball 1, 1-0. Coach Giesland going through the signs at third. Cole Hage has shown good speed running down the line trying to beat out ground balls tonight. He's not attempted a stolen base, but Bellingham, the league leader in steals with 37. The strike 1 pitch is tapped foul at the plate, and Jesse with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike, working on the right-hand hitter Jack Van Remortel. Jesse Barron reading his battery mate. The right-hander out of the University of San Francisco, San Ramon, California, comes to the plate, pulled foul past Coach Giesland. 1-2 the count. Jesse with 17 appearances for the Dons, 10 starts. He worked 60 1/3 innings this past spring with 64 strikeouts and only 22 walks. He did hit 14 batters. 1-2 the count. Top of the 7th inning. The Knights at one point trailed 7-1. 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th have life. Breaking ball taken. Strike 3 called. Good pitch by Jesse Barron for the first out here in the top of the 7th. And Gavin Schultz, who's walked, struck out, and lined out to Eli Kennel, will come to the plate. I believe there is a motion picture entitled How to Make an American Quilt. Yay, nay. Winona Ryder is one. I've never seen it, but it's one of those things that you see it just kind of channel surfing around. And Gavin Schultz could have been the scenarist for it. He hits a fly ball to left. Titus Dumitru moves over to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away, 2 down. And the batter will be Christopher Campos, who's been aboard on a big error turns out to be, in a sense, the biggest play of the game, unless we see now a pinch hitter for Bellingham. Trying to see if the Bells are indeed perhaps calling upon a different hitter, and I believe they are. And that pinch hitter whacks one by the diving Kiko Romero into right field. Gage round second. The throw goes over the head of the cutoff man, and thus to second base goes our pinch hitter, who just whacked a base hit to right field and goes to second on the throw from right fielder Brady Lavoie, which missed the cut and went all the way to third base, where it was cut by Spencer Scott right in front of the third baseman Mason Lee. So the Knights give up an extra base they did not need to, and now Bellingham hopes to cash it in with a 2-out hit that would score 2 rather than 1. Second and third, and 2 down. And now stepping in is the right-hand hitting catcher Willis Cresswell. Jesse Barron steps off the rubber and time called. And heading out to the mound is the catcher Tyler Quinn, and shortstop Spencer Scott joins the conversation as well. It was Ty Saunders hitting for Christopher Campos, who just ripped the ball into right field. A clean hit and then good base running by the Portland Pilot. Saunders taking second on the throw that came all the way into third. Ty Saunders out of the University of Portland, played 45 games. In fact, started 45 on the Bluff this past spring for Coach Loomis. 7-5 Bellingham looking to add on with some nice 2-out hitting. The first pitch to Willis Cresswell misses for ball 1. Willis, an RBI, in fact drove in 2 in the first inning, has since walked and scored and singled to center. He punches one foul down the right field line out of the reach of Romero and Brady Lavoie. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The Knights have worked hard to get themselves back in the game. Bellingham is a base hit away for, in a very real sense, it seems, almost rendering those efforts moot if they're able to get a base hit here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on and 2 out in the top of the 7th. Jesse Barron working from the windup. Cole Hage at third. Ty Saunders at second. Breaking ball swung on and missed. And the count 1-2. Good pitch from Jesse. Barron trying to keep it a 2-run deficit and give the Knights a chance to continue this comeback. It's been stealthy in nature. 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. Big moment here to try to keep that comeback hope alive with 2 on and 2 out, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Willis Cresswell. Jesse Barron. Two and 2. Game 2 of the series tomorrow night, 6:35 with a 6:25 pregame show. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out, a 2-run Bellingham lead, top of the 7th. Jesse Barron doing all he can here to try to keep it a 2-run deficit. The right-hander peering in to Tyler Quinn, and now rocks the arms, kicks the leg, delivers, breaking ball lifted to center and playable. Logan Johnstone drifts back a few steps and makes the catch. Nice job by Jesse, and Bellingham strands 2 in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the 7th on this Friday night cowbell night at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. It's still the Bells 7 and the Knights 5 on 1240 Joe Radio.
For all 760.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the Glass Man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
triple.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It's time for the pitchers to throw strikes and for the batters to deliver those clutch hits. It's time for Corvallis Knights baseball. Each year, the Knights look at this time as an opportunity to win another West Coast League championship. Just like a new season is an opportunity, so is getting recertified. Help and schedule your
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the 7th inning, 7-5 Bellingham. Jesse Barron keeping it that way and stranding runners in scoring position for the Bells. Kiko Romero, Eli Kennel, and Mason Lee against the left-hander Cameron Dayton. And the first pitch to Kiko misses low. Kiko has struck out twice and had a deep sacrifice fly to right center. The quick working Dayton back to the plate. The 1-0 pitch, a big swing and a miss. The count 1-1 to Kiko. Eli Kennel next. The Knights trail it 7-5. Dayton's a quick worker. He gets the ball back. He doesn't fool around. He wants to get right back to his work. And the 1-1 pitch is lifted foul out of play to Waldo Way, and the count 1-2. Very little action tonight in Urchin Alley. Lil King did shoot a T-shirt into Urchin Alley. That was a first this summer. They were ready, though. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Off speed, Romero lines it to left field. Josh Trujillo, though, is right there to make the catch. One away. Eli Kennel to the plate. Now, speaking of line drives, Paul Blackburn told me that at the game tonight at Angels Stadium in Anaheim, Mike Trout is homered. The Mariners lead at 4-2. Mike Trout has hit a home run, and he hit a line drive to center field that apparently Julio Rodriguez came in on because, you know, there's a line drive, and it just kept rising. And Julio came in, and the ball sailed over his head. 112 miles per hour, the exit velo, on a line drive to center, and Trout turned it into a triple. What a ball player. Eli Kennel takes ball one from the lefty Cameron Dayton. 7-5 Bells, bottom of the 7th inning. Cameron back to the plate. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Eli has flied to left, grounded to first, and walked. Dayton both feet on the slab. The 6'2 southpaw peering into Willis Cresswell and comes back with a 1-1 pitch. Fastball up and in, 2-1 the count. Dayton and Cresswell the battery. Jace Phelan at first, Gavin Schultz at second, Elijah Hainline at short. Christopher Campos has been replaced by Ty Saunders, now at third base. Ty with a base hit last inning. The pitch to Eli Kennel just misses outside. Ball 3-1. In the outfield, Josh Trujillo in left, Daniel Jernan in center, Cole Hage in right. 3-1 to Eli Kennel, one out, nobody on. The 3-1 breaking ball in there. Eli tried to sell that the pitch was inside, but it catches the corner. Nice pitch, 3-1 by Dayton to run it full. 3-2 to Eli Kennel. Mason Lee next. The 3-2 pitch on the way to Eli, swung on and missed. He loses the bat on the swing, hustles down to first, but is thrown out 2-3. Cresswell to Phelan. 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. And Mason Lee will come to the plate. Mason the Matador has had a good ball game. He singled to center twice, stolen a base, scored a run. He's flied out. 2 outs, nobody on. The Knights trailing 7-5. Dayton delivers a high pop fly on the infield. near the mound. The third baseman, Ty Saunders, back of the mound a couple of steps, makes the catch. And for the first time tonight, the Knights are retired in order. We go to the 8th. Bellingham 7, the Knights 5 on 1240 Joe Radio.
We set them up, you knock them down. Island Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set them up, you knock them down. Island Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
Downward Dog across Neosho campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches. And breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
1240 Joe Radio.
Will Clark is the new pitcher out of Pacific University, and had the pleasure of meeting and visiting with Will a couple of days ago because I had been somewhat in a fog about his journey to become a Corvallis Knight. Jace Phelan was the scheduled hitter for the Bellingham Bells, but with the Knights going to the lefty Will Clark, we'll see a pinch hitter now for Bellingham. And the first pitch to the right-hand hitting outfielder, Teo Banks, is fouled to the right and out of play. Teo from Big Springs, Texas, and he too competes at Tulane. 0-1 to Teo. The strike one pitch to Banks is fisted on a couple of hops. Eli Kennel juggles, stays with it, throws to first, and just does get Banks. Kennel was kind of handcuffed by the one hopper, but kept his composure and threw out Banks, who got down the line in good shape. One away, and Daniel Jernan, the hitter. Teo Banks from Odessa, Texas, hit .317 in his 22 ball games this past spring for Tulane. Daniel Jernan, the hitter, and he swings and fouls the first pitch into the mitt of Knights catcher Tyler Quinn. 0-1 the count. Jernan has flied to right, doubled home a couple of runs, and grounded to short. Clark working the third base side of the slab, delivers, and it's looped over Eli Kennel's head into right field for a base hit. Brady Lavoie plays it on a couple of hops. Daniel Jernan a one-out single, and Elijah Hainline will come to the plate. Will Clark out of the bullpen, replacing Jesse Barron, who was solid. Will making his 6th appearance. All in relief, 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, an ERA of 0. Gives up the one-out base hit to Jernan. This Bellingham Bells club trying to stay hot. They've won 9 in a row to take over a big lead in the West Coast League's North. 3.5 at the start of the night. The first pitch is in there for a strike to Hainline. Elijah 0 for 4. Daniel Jernan held on by Kiko Romero. The strike one pitch from Will, dropped by Tyler Quinn. Pitch was inside, and the count 1-1. The attendance tonight at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, 1,336. Only one sub-1,000 crowd so far this year in the home games. The homestand continues through Sunday. And the Knights hit the road for Springfield next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Will Clark throws over to first base. Getting back safely, Daniel Jernan. First ever trip down to Hamlin Sports Complex and Springfield. And the Knights will return home. Now, one of those games, though, is here. The pitch on the way in the turf. Good catch by Tyler Quinn. The homestand is a long one in a sense. Just a couple of games. The Knights are going to spend a lot of time in this ballpark, hosting Bellingham tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. Springfield on the road Tuesday, but will host the Drifters here Wednesday. Go back to Springfield Thursday. Then come home for 3 to Port Angeles before a 3-game series with Ridgefield, 2 of which will be here. A ground ball to third, fielded by Mason Lee, throws to Eli Kennel for 1. The throw back to first is not in time. And a nice play by Mason Lee getting the ball to Kennel. Kennel's throw was off the mark, but even if it had been on target, he would not have been able to get the speedy Hainline, who gets on base for the first time on the fielder's choice, 5-4. The Knights have done a good job on a hot hitter. He's 0 for 5. But they do have to deal with Hainline, who has 14 stolen bases to lead the West Coast League with 2 outs. Josh Trujillo, the batter. Will Clark, the left-hander, has a bit of a slide step, I've noticed. A big leg kick without runners on, but shortens it up when he does have a man at first, and he does so here and delivers a strike. Trujillo swinging and missing, 0-1 the count. 7-5 Bells, top of the 8th inning. Elijah Hainline with a chance. He bluffs, and the strike 1 pitch is in there for a strike, and the count 0-2. Brian Green has prophesied that Hainline will end up being a .330 hitter who will steal 20 to 25 bags for the Cougs in the days to come. Good-looking ball player. No balls and 2 strikes. Clark delivers way outside. Tyler Quinn does a nice job to catch it and keep Hainline at first. 1-2. 2 down, top of the 8th inning. When the Knights bat in the bottom half, Xander Darby, Brady Lavoie, and Titus Dimitru, the scheduled hitters. Will Clark set. Hainline goes. The 1-2 pitch, strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Good jump for Hainline, but the pitch is a called third on Trujillo. Nice job by Will Clark. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. It's still Bellingham 7 and the Knights 5 on 1240 Joe Radio.
I was there in the living room reading a book when I heard a terrible sound. When are you going to start planting those trees and getting the backyard ready for our daughter's wedding? I'll do it, but not today. I know you don't want me to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. I know the guys at Philomath Rental. They'll show me what to do. And since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today. Uh-oh. Darn you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
Now's the time to get a great deal on proven Kubota farming equipment. Tractors that are adaptable and versatile, hay tools that are backed by a 2-year warranty, and durable sidekick utility vehicles and SSV skid steers. The Kubota agricultural lineup is built right, built ready. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months. Now through June 30th, visit KubotaUSA.com for full details.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent.
Take me out to the Independent Auto Works. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts or Cracker Jacks. Once I'm there, I'll always wanna come back. Let me root for the home team. They always win, it's not a shame. The Volkswagen repair parts are just plain advice. Make Independent Auto Works part of your game.
Independent Auto Works, a proud sponsor of Knights, Mariners, and Beaver Baseball.
1240 Joe Radio.
A new right fielder for the Bellingham Bells as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Jared Buhanda takes over in right. Xander Darby leads things off for the Knights in the bottom of the 8th with the Knights trailing 7-5. Cameron Dayton who came on for Clayton Hall amidst controversial circumstances in the fourth, has continued since and delivers. Darby swings and misses. 0-1 to Xander, who's 0 for 3. The strike one pitch just outside to Darby. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Xander out of UC Santa Barbara. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. The lefty Dayton delivers. Misses away. Ball 2, 2-1. Xander Darby, Brady Lavoie, and Titus Dimitru, who is 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored in the hole. The 2-1 pitch, Darby swings and misses, and the count 2-2. Cameron drops the arms, kicks the legs, comes 2-2. Fastball on the inside corner. Nice pitch, strike 3 called. 1 away, and Brady Lavoie will come to the plate. Just got a message from my daughter Lydia, who is on a mission of mercy. Bless her heart. The pitch on the way to Brady Lavoie, a friend in need who has just moved to Florida and overwhelmed by everything. She's gone down there to help. She just texted me and said, "We want to go to the Stanley Cup Finals on Sunday. We will buy tickets if we can tomorrow unless you happen to know someone in the hockey realm." Honey, I'm sorry, I don't. Brady Lavoie with a count of 1-1. 1 out, nobody on, 7-5 Bells. The 1-1 pitch on the way, fastball and a good one from Cameron Dayton. Swung out and missed, and the count 1-2. Boy, I wish I would have followed hockey as a youngster. I didn't. I know I've missed out in life. The 1-2 pitch lifted to left and deep, but playable for Josh Trujillo. In fact, didn't quite get enough of it, did Lavoie. Trujillo ends up coming in a few steps on it to pull it in. 2 down, and Titus Dimitru the batter. I'm not sure why it didn't take. It's one of those things as a youngster. I mentioned June 17th of 66, a Friday night. Had fallen in love with baseball a couple of months earlier. Listening to Vinny and then listening to Chicky Baby. Lakers radio, Dick Enberg, and football. Bob Miller, a great voice of the LA Kings and hockey on radio. But even though I kind of like the sound of it, and for me the whole thing in sports was liking the sound of games on radio, and that drew me in to participate in them and then begin to attend them. Dimitru hits one foul off first out of play. 0-1 the count. 2 down, nobody on. 7-5. I know Miller's one of the greats ever to call the sport in the Hall of Fame for hockey announcers, but for whatever reason, I never asked Dad to take me to a Kings game, and just hockey didn't quite take, and I know I've been a poor man as a result. 2 down, nobody on, and thus in 2022 getting a request, "Dad, do you have..." No, I don't. I know no one in that realm, but I appreciate her asking. The strike 1 pitch on the way in there for strike 2. 0-2 the count. It's an exciting prospect, though. I have seen some Portland Winterhawks games and enjoyed them thoroughly. I've never seen an NHL game in person, but the Winterhawks game's a lot of fun. The strike 2 pitch, tap foul by Titus Dimitru. It remains no balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs and nobody on. I have enjoyed through the years listening to Olympic hockey on radio. I've seen games on television, the Miracle on Ice, but listening to hockey on radio is a pleasure. Scooter Vroman, Dean Vroman, the legendary voice of the Winterhawks for many years. The pitch on the way to Dimitru is hit foul into Urchin Alley right behind us. It remains no balls and 2 strikes, 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. The Knights trailing 7-5. A battle of division leaders, and Bellingham got 3 runs in the first inning and have maintained the advantage ever since. The strike 2 pitch, Titus, who's had a perfect night, takes high. Titus an RBI triple in the second, an RBI double in the fourth. Singled and scored last inning. He's a homer away from the cycle. Why not now? 1-2, 2 down. The left-hander to the plate. A breaking ball is whacked to center field. Base hit. So he may not see the cycle, but he has a 4-for-4 night. Titus Dimitru, a 2-out single, and it gives Tyler Quinn a chance to come to the plate, representing the tying run. Great night for Titus Dimitru. He has 4 of the night's 10 hits. The Knights have out-hit the Bells 10-7. But that fateful inning, the first, has been the difference in the game. Bellingham 3 unearned runs in the first inning. They lead it now 7-5, bottom of the 8th. Tyler Quinn swings at the first pitch, lofts it foul down the right field side toward Casey Corner, and well out of play. Casey Corner again occupied by the team from Girding Builders tonight. The Rocco and the Omaha Roam and the TNT Builders party deck occupied by Consumers Power. Most of them are still there. What a great setting here for baseball, spring ball and college ball for the Beavs, and summer ball for the Knights since 2007. The strike one pitch to Tyler Quinn is down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike the count, but the various ways to experience the game with the additions through the years of the party deck down the left field line, Casey Corner a few years ago in honor of the great Pat Casey down in right, the Omaha Room, a place to watch indoors on some of those unpleasant days, of which we had a multitude in the spring of 22. A fly ball to left and playable. Josh Trujillo goes back to make the catch. The inning is over. A 2-out single for Titus Dimitru, nothing more. We go to the 9th. Bellingham 7, the Knights 5 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
If you've been putting off that home remodeling project but have finally decided to take a leap and get it done, Corvallis Floor Covering can help. Stop by and browse through their large showroom with a wide variety of carpet, laminate, tile, wood, and vinyl flooring and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering is at the corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering. And go Beavs!
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the Glass Man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
1240 Joe Radio.
Top of the 9th inning. The Corvallis Knights trailing 7-5. And Cole Hage will lead things off. The first pitch on the way to Hage, lifted high and deep to left center, but playable. Logan Johnstone over and back and makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. And Will Clark with an important step now, doing all he can to try to keep the Knights in this thing, down 7-5. Clark a scoreless 8th. In fact, the Knights' bullpen has been pretty good. The Bells scoreless the 5th through the 8th, and Will Clark trying to keep it that way now here in the 9th. 7-5 Bells. Jack Van DeMortel swings at the first pitch and sprays it foul beyond Casey Corner in the right field corner. No balls and a strike. Gavin Schultz, the on-deck hitter. No balls and a strike to Jack Van de Mortel. And the 0-1 pitch missing, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. In the bottom of the ninth, the Knights have the top of the order coming up. Logan Johnstone, Spencer Scott, and Kiko Romero. Will Clark's 1-1 pitch, about a 57-footer. 2 balls and a strike to Jack. Gavin Schultz next. This ball game again is being played under protest. Brooke Knight indicating that back in the 4th inning, when the Knights were at the plate and Bellingham made a pitching change that Brooke Knight felt was not according to Hoyle, or as Phil Harris would say, Hoyley. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. 1 out, nobody on, 7-5, top of the ninth. Will Clark kicks and comes back to the plate and delivers a knee-high strike. The count 2-2. Coach Giesland is engaging with Corvallis Knights fans. That's nice to see on this pleasant summer night outside the third base coaching box, visiting with some folks in the first row of stands, jutting out from the dugout on the third base side. 2-2 fastball, foul back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. One of the fans in the ballpark tonight, Bree Miller's mom, 75. Happy birthday to Nancy, turning 75, but as Bree said, 75 is the new 65. I kind of like the sound of that. The 2-2 pitch swung on and sprayed foul again down the right field side on the Jack Riley concourse. 2-2 the count with 1 out. Bellingham was in firm command of this one, up 7-1 going to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Knights with 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. And hailing distance here. We're in the 9th, 7-5. Will Clark comes back to the plate. Fastball, a check swing taken up and in. On appeal, no swing. And the count full to Jack Van de Mortel, 3-2. $1,336 for game 1 of the 3-game series. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3, 2 down. Former teammate of Ben Ferrer's in Alpharetta, Georgia, left-hander Will Clark began his collegiate career at St. Louis University, now pitching at Pacific University, and really enjoying the experience there. One of the things, Will, who ties up his left cleat before going back to work, 2 down here in the top of the ninth, 7-5 Bells. He said one of the things it didn't quite work for him at St. Louis. He was a little disappointed in what he felt was not quite as much emphasis on development. Gavin Schultz swings and misses in the count, 0-1. He wanted to get to a place where that would be emphasized. He's found it at Pacific, and he said he certainly has found it here under the tutelage of Bo Kearns and Yoongjin Yoon and Brooke Knight and Ed Nags. It's all about development. The strike 1 pitch misses high. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. 2 down, bases empty. 7-5 Bellingham. Top of the 9th inning. Will to the plate and misses down and in. Ball 2, 2-1. But his parents made the move west, did Wills, up to the Boise area, the suburb Eagle. The 2-1 pitch, that misses. Ball 3, 3-1, and that's when he came west with his family and began to poke around out here for a landing spot and ended up at Pacific University. All of this shared by Will in a conversation I had the pleasure of experiencing a couple of days ago. Will's 3-1 pitch taken for ball 4. Disappointing note in that ball 4 has been too prevalent the last several nights. The 8th walk issued by Knights pitching tonight. They had 8 2 nights ago. And that's just a little bit out of the ordinary for the Knights through the years. And the 5 consecutive West Coast League championships, the 8 in total. They've never missed the playoffs since moving to Corvallis in 2007. A 2-out free pass here, bringing Ty Saunders to the plate. Ty had a base hit in his last at-bat. He takes a strike here. No balls and one strike. Saunders, the switch hitter, now batting from the right side. And the strike one pitch on the way is swung on and hit foul into the alley. The Urchins have gone home early tonight. No one chasing after that foul ball into the alley, so there may be something as you head on your way out you might be able to find. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. The left-hander ready, the runner goes, the pitch is outside, the throw to second base off the glove of Eli Kennel into center field. Gavin Schultz will hold at second. Gavin with the stolen base, and that's an important one for Bellingham. They have a chance to get a run now with 2 down. Good execution of the running game for the Bells, who lead the West Coast League. That's their 38th steal. Gavin Schultz just picked up his 4th. Will Clark with a count of 2 balls and a strike. Still trying to keep it a 7-5 game. Delivers a fastball just inside to the switch-hitting Ty Saunders. 3-1 the count. Willis Cresswell on deck. Once again, another moment for the Knights. They've had a couple along the way where they've been able to execute pitches and keep it close, and that's what Will Clark is trying to do right now. 3-1 the count. Comes to the plate, and it's hooked foul a little bit. A bit of a hook on it over to Waldo Hall with the right-hand hitter Ty Saunders, the switch hitter in this case, way out in front to run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ty starting 45 games for the Pilots, a good year for Portland. Hoping to have a great summer and improve his batting average a little bit next year. He takes the 3-2 pitch high and away for ball 4. So after 2 quick outs, back-to-back walks issued by Will Clark. Willis Cresswell, the catcher, to the plate. Fully 9 walks issued by the Knights, and it was the free passes that are the difference in this game from back in the first inning. The runs ended up being unearned, but 3 scored, and all 3 runners for the Bells had gotten on base via the walk. Bellingham trying to bookend some productivity on the basis of ball 4. The first pitch to Willis Cresswell is fouled into the netting. It was on a direct trajectory toward us and the North Coos American Legion team. But again, the net properly placed. No balls and a strike to Willis. Cresswell with an RBI single drove in 2 in the first inning. Has walked and scored, single to center, fly to center, looking for another big base hit here in the 9th. He takes a good breaking ball from Will for a strike. 0-2 the count. Will Clark now ahead, trying to keep the lead for the Bells at 2 and give the Knights a shot. A legitimate shot in the bottom half with the top of the order due up. Johnstone, Scott, and Romero. 0-2 the count to Willis Cresswell. Will Clark comes set. The lefty to the plate. Breaking ball popped up to shallow right. Kennel going out. Brady Lavoie coming in. It's Lavoie, the right fielder, to make the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Come on, ring those bells. The Cowbells will be going strong as we go to the bottom half. The Knights need 2 at the end of 8.5. Bellingham 7, the Knights 5 on 1240 Joe Radio.
I just got home from a fishing trip to find that we had a new patio with pavers and everything. I told my wife I didn't want to do it. So she went ahead, put the plans together, and went to Philomath Rental, where she got all the tools she needed, and they showed her how to use the equipment. The patio looks great. Now she's planning more projects. Thank you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a veteran living in Lynn County? Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned. Lynn County Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
1240 Joe Radio.
What is it now, right now?
Bottom of the ninth inning at Goss Stadium of Coleman Field. With the cowbells ringing in his ears, Logan Johnstone steps in against left-hander Cameron Dayton, who's gone all the way since he came on in the fourth for Clayton Hall. He misses to Logan Johnstone. 7-5 bells, bottom of the ninth. The 1-0 pitch to Johnstone. Fastball just outside. Ball 2, 2-0. The Knights dugout alive on every pitch, as is Bellingham's. Fitting for division leaders. Bellingham has won 9 straight, starting the night at 13-4. The Knights at 11-1. The 2-0 breaking ball, Logan making Dayton throw a strike, and Cameron does on the 2-0 pitch. 2-1 the count to Logan, who singled to center, walked, popped to short, and had an RBI single. Logan Johnstone, Spencer Scott, Kiko Romero, bottom of the ninth. The 2-1 pitch is ripped to right field, but right at the right fielder, Buhanda, who makes the catch. Good play. That ball was drilled, but for an out. Great swing, and that's baseball. One away in the bottom of the ninth inning. Spencer Scott, the batter. Spencer is grounded to third, popped to second, tripled to left center field, and fouled out. He tripled and then scored on the ensuing sacrifice fly by Kiko Romero. First pitch to Scott. Spencer takes a fastball for a strike. 0-1 the count. Bottom of the ninth inning, 1 out, nobody on. Dayton back to the plate, hit off the end of the bat, a ground ball to short, fielded by Hainline, and he throws Spencer out. 2 down. Bellingham is an out away from its 10th consecutive victory. Again, the game is being played under protest. It'll be interesting to see what Rob Nyer, the commissioner, when he gets his hands on this one, has a lot of things to deal with now, 16 teams in the league, and a lot of things cross his plate, I'm sure, on a daily basis, but he'll deal with this one tomorrow. And clearly, if indeed Brook Knight's interpretation of the rule is correct, Romero hits a ground ball into center field for a base hit to keep the Knights' hopes alive. Kiko getting his first hit of the night. He had a sacrifice fly in the fifth, swings at the first pitch, a ground single back up the middle. Eli Kennel comes to the plate representing the tying run. We'll see a runner for Kiko Romero. Kiko may still, he had a little bit of a twinge of some sort, he told me the other day, and so even though he's a good runner, he's lifted for a pinch runner here. I believe it's Jonah Advincula. I'm trying to see if that's the number here. Jonah wears number 10. He's been out with a wrist injury, incurred on a slide. I met his mother Carol before the ball game today, and it is 10, Jonah Advincula. So it's good to see him back. Jonah was off to a very good start. He is the pinch runner here now. And Carol had said that she expects Jonah to start playing again here soon. The pitch to Kennel, stroke to right field, base hit, and racing around second is Avincula, the pinch runner, all the way to third. Good to see Jonah back, and those wheels impressive. A base hit for Kennel, and the Knights are still alive here in the bottom of the ninth inning. The tying runs on base in the bottom of the ninth inning with 2 outs, back-to-back singles. Kiko Romero and Eli Kennel and Mason Lee the batter, and the head coach Adam Giesland on his way to the mound, and he will make a call to the bullpen. With 2 down and nobody on, the Knights come to life. Runners at first and third. The tying runs on base for Mason Lee, who's had a good night. So the Knights are still alive. We'll see a new pitcher coming in for the Bellingham Bells. We'll take a 90-second pitching change break and see how this plays out. Friday night baseball at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. It's been a good ball game. Bellingham 7, the Knights 5, 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the ninth inning. Back after this on 1240 Joe Radio.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. Z Series mowers and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Bring home the Kubota L2501 tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months. Now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent.
There I was in the living room taking a nap when I heard a terrible sound. When are you going to start working on our deck and getting the house ready to paint? I'll do it, but not today. Well, if you won't do it, I'll do it myself. I know the guys at Philomath Rental can show me what I need to do, and since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today. Uh-oh. Darn you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
Downward Dog across the OSU campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches, and breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
1240 Joe Radio.
Elliot Gallegos is the new pitcher with the trying to fight all the way back. They've been down from the get-go in this one. 3 unearned runs in the top of the first inning. Built the lead to as large as a 7-1 advantage. The Knights have closed to within 7-5, have gone scoreless in the last 2 innings, but with 2 down and nobody on in the bottom of the ninth inning. Back-to-back singles from Kiko Romero and Eli Kennel. Jonah Avincula running for Romero. Carol told me that there are people listening all over this great land of ours and across the pond in England. So thank you. Let's hope Jonah can come down the line and score here as the Knights try to stay alive against right-hander Eric Gallegos with 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the ninth inning. Mason Lee at the plate. Gallegos comes set. The right-hander from UC Santa Barbara throws one down in the turf. Gallegos has worked 2 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Elliot Gallegos from Torrance, California. Elliot in 6'2", 205-pounder, a right-hander for Andrew Checketts and the Gauchos. First and third, 2 down, 1-0 to Mason Lee, who's 2 for 4. Avincula at third, Kennel at first, the 1-0 fastball in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 down, bottom of the ninth inning. The Knights pushing it here to the very end. Elliot Gallegos trying to bring home the save for the Red Hot Bells, coming in with 9 consecutive wins and out away from 10, but the Knights putting pressure on. Gallegos from the stretch. The 1-1 pitch to Mason Lee just outside. Ball 2. 2-1. The home plate umpire consistent to the end. He has not been especially generous. Clayton Hall, Cameron Dayton, and now Gallegos trying to bring this thing home for Bellingham. Avincula at third, Kennel at first, 2 down. 2 balls and a strike. 7-5 Bellingham Bells in the bottom of the 9th inning. Gallegos from the stretch. Now the 2-1 pitch. Fastball just missed. And the count goes to 3-1. Xander Darby on deck. A couple of very close pitches that the home plate umpire, consistent to the end, has not liked well enough to raise the right arm. 3-1 to Mason Lee. Avincula at third, Kennel at first, 7-5 Bells, bottom of the 9th, 2 down. The 3-1 pitch on the way, swung on and lifted down the right field line, slicing foul, well out of play beyond Casey corner. The count goes full to 3-2. So the game being pushed to the limit in a very real sense. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kennel will take off on the pitch from first base. Avincula the pinch runner at third. 3-2, 2 down, bottom of the 9th. The Knights trailing 7-5, trying to stay alive. Gallegos ready, the 3-2 pitch, a line drive, base hit to right field. Avincula scores, Kennel races to third. It's a 1-run ball game in the bottom of the 9th inning. 7-6 Bells, Xander Darby coming up. So the Knights, who were trailing 7-1 going into the bottom of the 4th inning, have just been steadily chipping away at it. 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. They've scored 1 in the 9th, and the tying run is 90 feet away. Represented by Eli Kennel. The winning run at first is Mason Lee, Xander Darby the batter. Elliot Gallegos to the plate. First pitch in there for a strike on the outside corner. Darby has struck out twice, actually thrice, and flied to left. So it's been a tough night for Xander that he can expunge any feeling of frustration with a base hit here. 7-6 Bells, bottom of the 9th inning. 0-1 Elliot Gallegos looking for that 27th out. Delivers very high, 1-1 the count. 7-6, bottom of the 9th inning. Jonah Avincula coming in to score. Kennel racing to third on Mason Lee's third hit of the night, an RBI single. Now Xander Darby trying to get the Knights even with a base hit here. 3 straight singles have turned it into a 1-run affair. Gallegos from the stretch. The 1-1 pitch is a line drive, base hit to left field. Eli Kennel scores. The Knights have pulled even at 7 on the base hit by Darby and have the winning run at second base. A 7-7 tie. Brady Lavoie, the batter. The Knights have come all the way back to tie it at 7. And now Lavoie trying to win it with a base hit here. A 7-7 tie with 2 outs and nobody on. 4 straight singles for the Knights, looking for a 5th and a win. And Coach Giesland might be looking for a 5th too if that happens. Breaking ball misses inside, ball 1, 1-0. Lavoie has been aboard on an error. Struck out twice and flied to left. Looking for his first hit. Xander Darby just picked up his first here in the bottom of the 9th for the tie. Lavoie looking for his first for the win. The 1-0 pitch, a grounder to third. Double clutching and throwing the short way is Ty Saunders to Gavin Schultz for the force. The inning is over, but the Knights fight back. With 2 outs and nobody on, they string together 4 straight hits and pull even. Great rally by the Knights, not only 2 here in the 9th, but to come back from 7-1 down, we go to the 10th. and start over. Bellingham 7, the Knights 7 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a veteran living in Lynn County? Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned. Lynn County Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
When you think of Albin's, you think plumbing. And when you think of plumbing, you think water. Hi, this is Katie Albin. Some plumbing projects don't have anything to do with water. At Albin's Plumbing, we also work with natural gas and propane lines. So if you need a gas line for home heating, cooking, or for a gas water heater, give us a call.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282. Albin's Plumbing.
Take me out to the Independent Auto Works. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts or Cracker Jacks. Once I'm there, I'll always wanna come back. Let me root for the home team. They always win, it's not a shame. The Volkswagen repair parts are just plain advice. Make Independent Auto Works part of your game.
Independent Auto Works, a proud sponsor of Knights, Mariners, and Beaver Baseball.
1240 Joe Radio.
Jared Buhanda leads things off for Bellingham in the top of the 10th of a 7-7 tie. Left-hander Will Clark missing with the first pitch. The 1-0 offering is outside, ball 2-0. Buhanda's first at-bat of the ball game. Left on left, the 2-0 pitch, low for ball 3-0. Daniel Jernan, the on-deck hitter. 7-7, top of the 10th inning. Will Clark's 3-0 pitch to Buhanda, low and away, ball 4. So after all that work, what the Knights don't want to do, and here comes Brooke Knight, is to give it right back in the form of free passes. But that's been a recurring theme, unfortunately, for the Knights tonight. The 10th walk issued by Knights pitching. On the other side of it, the Knights have only drawn 2 walks. Brooke Knight will make a call to the bullpen. Property Services, your locally owned option for property cleaning, maintenance, renovation, and landscaping. All Pro Property Services, relax, they've got the bases covered. All Pro Property Services, you can find them on Facebook. So a pitching change in the top of the 10th inning, a 7-7 tie, a leadoff walk, and we'll see how Coach Giesland will want to play it. Only one sacrifice bunt on the season for the Bellingham Bells, so that may not be the route that Giesland and company want to take, but perhaps they would make an exception under these circumstances on the road in a 7-7 tie. A new pitcher in for the Knights. We'll find out whom when we return. 90 seconds for a break. Top of the 10th, 7-7. Bells and Knights on 1240 Joe Radio.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. Z Series mowers and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Bring home the Kubota L2501 tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent.
There I was in the living room taking a nap when I heard a terrible sound.
When are you gonna start working on our deck and getting the house ready to paint?
I'll do it, but not today.
Well, if you won't do it, I'll do it myself. I know the guys at Philomath.
Uh-oh. Darn you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
Downward Dog across the OSU campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches. And breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
1240 Joe Radio.
Josh Emanuels is the new pitcher for the Corvallis Knights in the top of the 10th inning. Emanuels making his 4th appearance. He started 1 ball game. He's worked 4 innings, allowed 2 hits, walked 2, struck out 5, has not allowed an earned run. Daniel Jernin, the batter. The go-ahead run at first, a free pass, the 10th of the night, issued by Knights pitching. Daniel Jernin takes a fastball very high, ball 1, 1-0. No inclination to bunt. Jernin, the 9-hole hitter, a very good one. A 2-run home run last night against Port Angeles in the 9th straight win for the Bells. And tonight has flied out, had a 2-run double and a base hit. He's 2 for 4. Time called and granted to Knights catcher Tyler Quinn, who goes out to visit with Josh Emanuels, who takes over in the clutch in the 10th of a 7-7 tie. The Knights have worked hard throughout the game. They've been up against it all game long. Bellingham getting 3 runs, all of them unearned in the top of the first inning. A long, slow climb back, and the Knights finally pulled even with 2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. And it took some work, 2 outs and nobody on, 4 straight singles. And then the Knights ended up leaving the winning run at second. Now here we are in the 10th, a leadoff walk to Jared Buhanda, held on over at first base. The 1-0 pitch, a slice down the right field line, moving over and making the catch. A throwback to first is not in time. Nice catch out in right field. Good play to get on the ball quickly. And that'll bring to the plate the leadoff hitter, Elijah Hainline. Well struck by Daniel Jernin. Brady Lavoie now playing at first base for the Corvallis Knights after Kiko Romero was run for. The first pitch to Hainline is hit high and deep to right center field. A long run for Logan Johnstone. He goes back to make the catch. 2 down. So a couple of well-struck balls against Josh Emanuels, but the Knights outfielders have had the wherewithal to track both. 2 down in the top of the 10th inning. Elijah Hainline's had himself a pretty rough night. He's 0 for 6. And that brings to the plate Josh Trujillo, who takes the first pitch from Emanuels for a strike. 0-1 the count. After the pinch running for Kiko Romero, Brady Lavoie moving from right field to first base. The strike 1 pitch hit foul off to the right and out of play. And I'm trying to get a read on the Corvallis Knights right fielder after Lavoie vacated. It's a single-digit number, and I can't get my glasses around it from here. It might, let's see here. I just can't get it. We'll have to talk to Brooks here in a moment. No balls and 2 strikes with 2 down in the top of the 10th of a 7-7 tie. Josh Emanuels out of the stretch. The runner goes. The strike 2 pitch is blooped to the second baseman for the Corvallis Knights. Eli Kittle runs in to make the catch. I'm going to see that number coming by as the Knights go to the bottom of the 10th inning, needing a run to win. The leadoff walk ends up not coming back to bite the Knights here. Now they come to the plate. It was Logan Johnstone, by the way, who was in right field. So we've got to sort all things out and will. The biggest thing is the Knights have a chance to win it with a run in the bottom of the 10th inning. That's it for the Bells. A leadoff walk. They come up empty. The bottom of the 10th we go. Still, Bellingham 7, the Knights 7 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids on I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany, online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
This is Mike Parker for Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing the job right the first time. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the flow. Even Flow Plumbing.
1240 Joe Radio.
Titus Dimitru, bottom of the 10th inning, leading things off in a 7-7 tie. He's 4 for 4 and a home run away from the cycle. So it would be a pretty good time for him to deliver that accomplishment. He jammed and rolls one slowly foul up along first base. He's quickly in a hole 0-2. Huge night for Dimitru. A triple in the second to drive in a run, a double in the fourth for an RBI, singled and scored in the sixth, singled in the eighth. 4 for 4, but behind the count here. No balls and 2 strikes to Elliot Gallegos. 7-7, bottom of the 10th. The strike 2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. The first time Dimitru has made out tonight. And he fans to open the bottom of the 10th inning. Tyler Quinn to the plate. By the way, it was Jonah Avincula who had moved into center field after pinch running and caught the long fly to right center field. Logan Johnstone moved from center to right and Lavoie to first base after Kiko Romero was run for. It was Kiko's 2-out single that gave the Knights life. They ended up getting 3 more hits, scored twice to tie. Here we are in the bottom of the 10th looking for a run to win. Tyler Quinn takes down and away, ball 1. Logan Johnstone on deck. Bottom of the 10th of a 7-7 tie. Took the Knights to the bottom of the 9th to finally pull even in this one. The 1-0 pitch hits Tyler Quinn, and the winning run is on base. Logan Johnstone will come to the plate. A 1-out hit batsman. And Logan Johnstone will come to the plate. Logan has singled to center, walked, popped to short, singled home a run, and ripped a line drive to right field that was caught to lead off last inning. And here's a wild pitch to the backstop. And down to second base goes Tyler Quinn, the winning run. Now at second with 1 out in the bottom of the 10th. 1-0 to Logan Johnstone. So Logan could win it with a base hit here. Brooke Knight communicating something out to his runner, Tyler Quinn. The Knights fans who have stayed, most of them 1,336, clapping the hands, ringing the bells, stomping their feet, and creating an excellent home field advantage now for the Knights who try to win it here in the bottom of the 10th inning of a 7-7 tie. Logan Johnstone now playing in right field. made a nice catch in the top of the 10th inning, trying to win it with a base hit in the bottom half. The 1-0 pitch is outside from Gallegos. Ball 2, 2-0. There is no one throwing in the Bellingham bullpen. 2 balls and no strikes. Tyler Quinn, the winning run at second. The 2-0 pitch pulled foul in front of the Bellingham dugout. 2 balls and a strike. Sort of odd situation going on here. Public safety members have been coming up into the stands checking on something. I have no idea what. I don't see any fracas or anything going on, but something is definitely occurring. 2 balls and a strike. The Knights hoping to give everybody a chance to keep their attention diverted from that with an exciting finish. The 2-1 pitch missing. Ball 3, 3-1 to Logan Johnstone. The winning run, Tyler Quinn at second with 1 out of the bottom of the 10th of a 7-7 tie. Logan with the count his way, looking for a pitch in a certain spot to try to get on it and win it. The 3-1 pitch on the way, pulled foul. Ed Nags will make the play out of the first base coaching box. The count full now, 3-2. Spencer Scott on deck. If Johnstone doesn't win it, Spencer would love to have the opportunity to. He made an error in the first that led to 3 unearned runs. And that's the difference in this ball game in a very real sense. Scott may get a chance to fix it. Johnstone hoping to not give him that opportunity. He swings and it's a little tapper towards third. Charged by Saunders. The throw to first is in time for the out. And here comes Spencer Scott with a chance to win it on the play. The winning run, Tyler Quinn advances to third. Bottom of the 10th inning of a 7-7 tie. Spencer Scott has grounded out, popped out, tripled and scored, fouled out, and grounded out. Spencer with 2 outs and the bases loaded in the first inning mishandled a ground ball that would have been the third out. The inning would have been over. Instead, 3 runs ended up scoring. So now Spencer with a chance to win it here takes a strike and the count 0-1. Elliot Gallegos jumping ahead of Spencer. With Tyler Quinn, the winning run 90 feet away and 2 down in a 7-7 tie. Gallegos has uncorked a wild pitch in the inning. Tyler Quinn gets his lead from third. Gallegos works out of the stretch. 0-1 to Spencer Scott. Spencer swings through the fastball and is behind the count 0-2. Gallegos is a strike away from sending this ball game to the 11th inning. 7-7, bottom of the 10th. No balls and 2 strikes to Spencer Scott with Tyler Quinn at third and 2 down. Gallegos from the stretch. The strike 2 pitch in the turf. Good block by Willis Cresswell. And that keeps the winning run from coming down the line. Good play by Willis. 1-2 to Spencer Scott. Jonah Avincula, who pinch ran last inning, on deck. Spencer Scott trying to win it here. Bottom of the 10th inning, Tyler Quinn at third, 2 down in a 7-7 tie. The pitch is low, ball 2, 2-2. Good take by Spencer Scott, laying off the breaking ball in the turf. He's gone from 0-2 to 2-2. And again, looking to try to win it. North Coos, all of their young ball players, Legion players in town for a tournament this weekend in Philomath, on their feet, cheering on the Knights. Some have their phones out, ready to capture the moment. Spencer Scott trying to deliver it. 7-7, 2 down, bottom of the 10th. The 2-2 pitch, a ground ball right at the first baseman, who runs it to the bag, and we go to the 11th. The Knights had a good look at it, but we play on. Well past 10 o'clock now on this Friday night. To the 11th inning we go. The Knights have left the winning run on base in scoring position in each of the last 2 innings. At the end of 10, it remains a 7-7 tie on 1240 Joe Radio.
I just got home from a fishing trip to find that we had a new patio with pavers and everything. I told my wife I didn't want to do it. So she went ahead, put the plans together, and went to Philomath Rental, where she got all the tools she needed, and they showed her how to use the equipment. The patio looks great. Now she's planning more projects. Thank you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the Glass Man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a veteran living in Lynn County? Help them call 541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services can help them take advantage of benefits they earned. Lynn County Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
1240 Joe Radio.
Top of the 11th inning, a 7-7 tie. Cole Hage takes Josh Emanuel's breaking ball for a strike. 0-1 the count. 7 runs, 7 hits, an error for Bellingham. 7 runs, 14 hits, an error for the Knights. The strike one pitch to Hage misses high and inside. 1-1 the count. Hage is 0 for 4. He's drawn a walk. Knights pitching has issued 10 walks this evening. 1 ball and 1 strike to Hage. Emanuel's juggling the baseball, kind of shaking it up and down in his right hand as he reads Tyler Quinn. Comes to Hage, strike 2. 1-2 the count. Cole Hage, Jack Van Remortel, and Gavin Schultz, the hitters for the Bells, in the top of the 10th of a 7-7 tie. Top of the 11th, pardon me. Out of the windup works Emanuel's, and juggling the baseball around, jiggling it around in his right hand as he awaits the sign. Now comes to Hage, way inside, ball 2. Jonah Avincula, Eli Kennel, and Mason Lee, the scheduled hitters. And the Knights are hoping they're just in a position to need a run to win. They had the winning run 90 feet away in the 10th. Couldn't get him across. Hage swings and fouls it at the plate. The count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. The fans that have remained here, we have had a few souls depart, but those that are here are thoroughly engaged in the game, yelling on every pitch. Knights fans primarily. Bellingham Bells a long way from Corvallis, beautiful Bellingham, Washington. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Emanuel's delivers very high. Ball 3. Josh issued a leadoff walk last inning and then was able to work his way through it. Certainly does not want to go down that road again as he runs it full to Cole Hage, 3-2, leading things off in the top of the 11th. 3-2 the count in this battle of division leaders that has gone to the 11th. The Bells starting the night at 13-4 with 9 straight wins. The Knights at 11-1. 3-2 the count to Cole Hage, leading things off for Bellingham in the top of the 11th inning. Emanuel's turns and comes to the plate. Breaking ball, a line drive, right field, base hit. Logan Johnstone moving over to cut it off. A big turn and a hold at first by Hage. Nice job by Johnstone getting to the ball to hold Hage to a long single to right. And that'll bring Jack Van Remortel to the plate. Jack has walked twice and struck out thrice. Cole Hage, the go-ahead run at first. That's 2 innings in a row that the Bells have gotten the leadoff man aboard. Again, the sacrifice stratagem is just not something that Coach Gieselin uses. Just one sacrifice hit in 17 games this year. And Van Remortel is the cleanup hitter, so certainly don't think the bunt is on. Josh Emanuel's delivers, swung on and missed, in the count 0-1. One of the fans, thoroughly engaged, yells, "I try to move the runner over, Skip," after the big swing and a miss by Jack Van Remortel. 7-7, top of the 11th. Hage held on at first base by Brady Lavoie. No balls and 1 strike the count to the right-hand hitting Jack Van Remortel here in the top of the 11th of a 7-7 tie. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball down and away. 1-1 the count. Josh Emanuels and Tyler Quinn, the battery for the Knights. Brady Lavoie at first, Eli Kennel at second, Spencer Scott at short, Mason Lee at third, Titus Dimitru in left, Jonah Avincula in center, Logan Johnstone in right. 1-1 to Jack Van Remortel, Gavin Schultz on deck. Lavoie holding on the runner, Hage at first. Emanuels comes set, the right-hander delivers, good pitch in there for a strike, and the count 1-2. Coach Giesland goes through the signs at third. Top of the 11th inning. 1-2 to Van Remortel. Josh Emanuels to the plate, breaking ball in the turf. The legendary Dave is walking through the ballpark, bellowing some things out that caught the attention of some of the fans who are in the grandstand just below the McGrath family press box. Dave, a legendary character in this ballpark, and his voice was rising above all others moments ago. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Van Remortel. Emanuels delivers Van Remortel a high pop-up on the right side. Eli Kennel backpedaling into shallow right. Stays with it and makes the catch. Again, Eli is much more comfortable as a second baseman. Last night, when he was in a trio of fielders on a similar play, the result was not quite so good. But Kennel does a nice job to stay with that high pop-up, take charge of it in shallow right to put it away. 1 away. Gavin Schultz, the batter. Gavin has walked twice, has struck out, lined out, and flied to left. Cole Hage, the runner at first, top of the 11th inning of a 7-7 tie. Josh Emanuels from the stretch. Delivers very high. Nice catch by Quinn, snagging it coming up out of the catcher's box to pull it in. 1-0 the count to Gavin Schultz. Breeze is picking up as we approach 10:15 on this Friday night series opener between the division leaders in the West Coast League. Emanuels turns and throws to first. Cole Hage dives back. 7 runs, 8 hits, and an error for Bellingham. 7 runs, 14 hits, and error for the Knights. Top of the 11th inning, the 1-0 pitch. A little low, ball 2, 2-0 to Schultz. The switch hitting Ty Saunders on deck. Again, when the Knights bat in the bottom half, Jonah Avincula, Eli Kennel, and Mason Lee, the scheduled hitters. 2 balls and no strikes to Gavin Schultz. Hage held on by Brady Lavoie. Big pitch here for Josh Emanuel. Certainly doesn't want to go 3-0. Josh very deliberate in his approach. Gets the sign, now ready. The 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed. 2-1 the count. Coach Giesland going through the signs. You wonder if he might put a play on here. 2 balls and a strike to Gavin Schultz with Ty Saunders next. Bellingham had control of this ball game until the Knights wrested it away in the bottom of the 9th inning with 4 straight hits, down 2 runs to pull even. 7-7, top of the 11th. The pitch on the way, a line drive, base hit into center field. Avincula over to play it on a couple of hops. Rounding second is Hage on his way to third and gets there. And then the throw comes back in and goes into the dugout. Over the head on a bounce of Mason Lee, and on the error and the ground rule coming down the line to score the go-ahead run is Cole Hage, and into second goes Gavin Schultz, who had just delivered the base hit. Hage scores. The Bells back up 8-7. And the error coming back in on the throw, Jonah Avincula. The throw coming all the way over the head on a bounce of the third baseman, Mason Lee, and into the Knights dugout. And the ground rule thus bringing in the go-ahead run. Now Ty Saunders, the batter, swings at the first pitch and doesn't get it. 0-1 the count. 8-7 Bellingham in the top of the 11th inning. And Gavin Schultz is representing an important run out at second that Josh Emanuels is trying to keep off the board and give the Knights again a chance to come back in the bottom half. They scored 2 in the bottom of the 9th, and now we'll need at least 1 in the bottom of the 11th. The strike one pitch to Saunders swung on and missed. Ty came into this game late. He singled to right in the 7th, walked in the 9th. Now with a count of no balls and 2 strikes in the top of the 11th, the Bells have regained the lead at 8-7. And looking for another big bit of insurance here with a count of no balls and 2 strikes. From the stretch, Emanuels delivers down on the turf. 1-2 the count. Willis Cresswell on deck. I don't know if we have another Legion team here. There's some youngsters, some people that I have never seen at a Knights game before, quite honestly. One standing, hands on his hips, and has been yelling out some rather comedic things during the last couple of innings that have had the North Coos players here to my right chuckling. The pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Ty Saunders goes down. 2 down. Willis Cresswell, the batter. Brooke Knight dispatches pitchers, hopefully, down to the bullpen. And the Knights will need at least 1 in the bottom half. Avincula, Kennel, and Lee, the scheduled hitters. 8-7 Bells in the top of the 11th inning. Cresswell has singled home 2, walked and scored, singled again, flied out twice. The first pitch is dropped by Tyler Quinn. The pitch missing outside, ball 1, 1-0. 8-7 Bells in the top of the 11th inning in a strange ball game. The Bells with 3 runs in the first, 4 in the fourth, and hadn't scored until this 11th inning. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed, and the count 1-1. The Corvallis Knights a run in the second, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, and 2 in the ninth. The latest utterance that has elicited laughter from the North Coos kids is the guy asking the question, how often do you golf? It looks like a lot after the swing and a miss. Moments ago. And yell his stuff in the NBA. I don't see how. It's amazing to me that he did it as long as he did and got away with it as long as he did. 2 balls and a strike, 2 down, top of the 11th, 8-7 Bellingham. Emanuel's 2-1 pitch, fastball swung on and missed, and the count 2-2. Got a little comedy 990 stuff going on right here in our ballpark tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. No laughing matter for the Knights, who've given up the go-ahead run after working so hard to fight back and forge a tie. Emanuel's 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled back. Cresswell stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs, and a run in. The Knights will need at least 1. Very important that's all they'll need. So Emanuel's looking for the 3rd strike, the final out, to give the Knights a legitimate chance to come back with at least 1 in the bottom half of the inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down. Josh to the plate, a check swing, but he goes around, strike 3, and the inning is over. The Bells, however, pick up a run on 2 hits. The Knights need one as we go to the bottom of the 11th. Can they find another comeback? We'll see. At the end of 10 and a half, Bellingham 8, the Knights 7 on 1240 Joe Radio.
We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Island Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the that's Highland Bowl. We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Highland Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
Downward Dog across the Ocean Campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches. And breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the 11th inning, another unearned run for the Bellingham Bells. They have 4 of them, and it's the difference in the game. Now the Knights hope to take advantage of an opportunity at home with some kids who are here for a football camp in Corvallis, joining forces now with the North Coos baseball team to try to put pressure on collectively against Elliot Gallegos in the bottom of the 11th inning with the Knights needing a run. Jonah Avincula, who's been out with a sore wrist, getting an at-bat here tonight. He's already pinch run and showed his excellent speed. He tries to bunt, and on appeal, no swing on the bunt attempt. No attempt. 1-0 the count to Avincula. Trying to get on against Elliot Gallegos here in the bottom of the 11th inning with the Knights trailing 8-7. Tough night for Spencer Scott defensively. His throwing error into the Knights dugout ended up costing the Knights another unearned run, so that's 4 of them. 2 errors for the Knights, both on Spencer, and 4 unearned runs have scored as a result. 8-7. Spencer's relay throw skipping past Mason Lee into the Knights dugout. The next 2 hitters struck out. So extrapolating that out, the run would not have scored. But the ground rule does indeed lead to it. The 1-0 pitch, Avincula takes a strike, 1-1 to Jonah. The 1-1 pitch from Gallegos misses. Ball 2, 2-1. Jonah Avincula, Eli Kennel, and Mason Lee, the Knights hitters in the bottom of the 11th, trailing 8-7. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gallegos comes to the plate. A bunt and bunted foul. And it's a foul ball. Contact made with the barrel of the bat twice. But it is just a strike on Jonah Avincula. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Christopher Walken again with a request for more cowbell. North Coos and the All-State football campers are gathered together now below the McGrath family press box, hoping to inspire the Knights to a comeback. The 2-2 pitch hits slowly to the shortstop. Hanlon's throw to first is just in time. Nice play by Elijah Hainline. Avincula with good wheels got down the line in a hurry, but is out by half a step. 1 away. And Eli Kennel will come to the plate. Avincula ran for Kiko Romero. Kiko with 2 down and nobody on. Singled up the middle on the first pitch that he saw. Avincula ran for him. Kennel singled Jonah to third. Mason Lee then singled to score Avincula, and Xander Darby with a base hit to score Kennel and pulled the Knights even. The Knights, though, left the winning run at second. They left the winning run at third in the 10th. Now here in the 11th, trail at 8-7. One out, nobody on. Kennel, a high fly to right field, playable for Buhanda. Buhanda misjudges it, but then he stays with it. The ball kind of jumped on him at the last moment, and he pulls it in, 2 down. Kennel just did get under it, sends a high fly to right. The wind seemed to play with it a little bit. Buhanda, at the last moment, appeared as though he might have lost track of the direction, but he recovered to pull it in, and now the Knights are down to their final out again. They were down 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning with nobody on and scored 2, so they're hoping they've got some of that late inning 2-out magic in them again here in the bottom of the 11th, down 8-7. Mason Lee has had a big night, an RBI single in the bottom of the 9th inning to help the Knights forge the tie. He runs up to bunt and misses, and he's down in the count 0-1. Elliot Gallegos came on in the 9th inning, gave up a base hit to Mason Lee, gave up a base hit to Xander Darby, but then got Brady Lavoie to send the game into extra innings. And now he has a chance to win it here. The strike one pitch popped up to shallow right field. Coming in is the right fielder to make the catch, and the ball game is over in 11 innings. 4 unearned runs the difference for the Bellingham Bells, who won their 10th in a row. The Knights lose for just the second time, drop to 11-2. The Bells improve to 14-4, and the Knights, who've not lost a series this year, will try to do what they just did with Walla Walla in town. Spotted the Sweets, the opener, came back to win the series. The Knights hope they can come back and do the same through the rest of the weekend. Again, this game is under protest, and we'll see as the head coaches, Adam Giesel and Brooke Knight, get together with the umpires. They're talking about the mechanics, I suppose, now of what happens next, with Brooke officially saying that he was playing the game under protest back in the bottom of the 4th inning. But the Bells end up winning it. We'll see what happens with the protest ruling, which we would expect to come from Commissioner Rob Nyer tomorrow. Interesting game tonight. The Bells pull it out. 8 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. The Knights, 7 runs, 14 hits, and 2 errors. The 2 errors leading to 4 unearned runs, and the difference in this ball game. Before 1,336, the Bellingham Bells take game 1. Some thrilling moments along the way, some unusual ones too. Pretty long night of baseball, approaching nearly 4 hours. It's in the books. Final score, Bellingham 8, the Knights 7. We'll be back with you tomorrow, 6:25 pregame, 6:35 first pitch, as the Knights seek to pull this series even. Again, our final score, 1,336 looked on in 11 innings. Bellingham pulls it out. The Bells 8, the Knights 7. See you tomorrow on 12:40.